It's time for Girard High School basketball.
Give and go. Now down to D. Weidman. Off the glass and in. Nice shot by D. Weidman.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Kraken, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Bumper to Bumper, Daryl Westoff with American National Insurance, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, GN Bank, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, Kennar Eye Care, Larrett's Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Peony Dental, Producers Cooperative Association, and Call Service.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
And good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend. Welcome to another night of high school basketball here on Girard Sports Live as we settle in for a high school boys and girls basketball doubleheader tonight in the CNC as the Girard Trojans make the trip down to Baxter Springs to take on the Lions. Lady Trojans coming into tonight's ball game off a tough overtime loss at Frontenac on Tuesday night. Played the Raiders about as well as anybody has played them all season long, but come up short in overtime. Outscored 14-8 in that final period after battling their way back into that ball game and getting it to overtime. Just come up a little bit short. Karma Fields just too much for the Lady Trojans in overtime. They did their part against her in the first 4 periods, but she started draining some shots in the overtime period. And talking to Coach Herlocker, that just couldn't quite catch a handle on Fields. And but the Lady Trojans, led by Faith Poland, in double figures for the last 8 games in a row. She had a career and season high 23. She plays well against Frontenac. You can kind of tell she's a gamer. She knows when she's always turning it on. Obviously, double points, double figures for the last 8 ball games. They need her to play well tonight. Does Faith Poland. She's a matchup problem because she can shoot it from the edge. She can get off the dribble as well as anybody as well, but she can get down to the post, get rebounds. That's really good at it, and then she's pretty efficient from the free throw line as well. So good luck against Faith Poland. They'll need her. Also, Lillian Howard in double figures with 10 points against the Raiders on Tuesday. Lady Trojans coming in at 10-7 on the season, 5-5 in the CNC. This is a CNC contest. Everybody working right now to try to be as good as you can at the end of the season and determine where you're going to go. Trojans will be on the road for sub-states. Where that is, we don't know. In 4A, we'll talk more about that later on here in the pregame show. Their opponent tonight on the road here is the Baxter Springs Lions, 8-10 on the season, 4-6 as well. Probably a little bit underachieving, I would say, this team. They've got some kids that can play, but just haven't ever really put it together this year, up and down throughout their record. As I looked at it, they've won 2 out of their last 3. Before that, they lost 3 out of the last 4. So go figure. Most of those CNC contests. They're led by Delaney Barnes, one of the top players in Southeast Kansas, and how she goes is how they're going to go. Allie Fry is another good one for them, but as I walk in her today, she's walking around with a boot on her leg. She probably won't be a factor in this one, and so we'll see what the Lady Lions have in store for the Lady Trojans here tonight. Do have a boys game as well. Trojans trying to bounce back from another loss. They're at Frontenac. We'll talk more about them as we continue here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. It's brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And, of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Kraken, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Kraken. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Kraken has to offer at ckt.net. I'm going to tell you one thing. Nobody appreciates what they have with Crocan more than somebody who moves out of Southeast Kansas, because what they provide is, so far, what I can tell you in Northeast Kansas, unparalleled, because the internet I'm running off of is almost dial-up. So go get good internet with Crocan, ruralfiber.org, and see what they have to offer. Coming up next, we're going to hear from the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. All that and more still to come here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crocan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crocan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Greg from the original home location of Derailed Commodity in nearby Brazelton, Kansas. Our home location includes the warehouse for our company's 16 other stores, allowing us to feature a huge selection of furniture at outlet prices. We also feature by far the area's largest in-stock selection of carpet and floor coverings, and the absolute lowest prices on mattresses. We're your source for lodge-style rustic furniture for homes and cabins. So come see us at our large facility in Brazelton, your destination for outlet pricing.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, Hankook, and Cooper. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service with fast, reliable, on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121. Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for the front side of this high school basketball doubleheader as the Girard Lady Trojans make the trip down to Baxter Springs to take on the Lions. Joining us now, the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. His interviews are brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. Coach Herlocker is working to put the Trojans in a position to succeed, and that's what you'll find at Farm Bureau. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, they're here to help you plan for what's to come, protect what matters most, and invest in your future. Get your game plan together at Farm Bureau. Call 620-724-4213. Coach, first of all, we go back to Tuesday, a rough one in a tight one and very competitive ball game, but just came up a little bit on the short end of the stick in overtime against Frontenac. As you kind of went back and looked at that ball game, what proved to be the difference in the loss?
You know, as I look back, other than the first 4 minutes of that game, I felt like we maybe played the best game we played all season. We found the people we needed to find to score at different times and still make enough mistakes at a level that it is hard to win basketball games. But, when you look at and unpack and look at the fact that, Frontenac probably beat the average league team by about 20 points. And that was by far the closest contest they'd had all year long as they've been running the table in the league. I have to say that I am, pretty proud of the girls and the overall effort that they gave.
Yeah, especially at their place as well, which is always very, very tough. When you talk about your team playing their best basketball, what are a few of those things that you can kind of point to that helped you get to that determination other than those first 4 minutes? What were they doing right that made you feel good about where you're at?
Just a better job of ball pressure, a better job of locating players. We held the Fields girl to 4 points going into overtime, and obviously we made a couple mental errors and lost her, and she made us pay. It was Frontenac's senior night, And so, that wasn't great. But, up until that point, holding her to 4 points was a pretty big task. And I thought the girls did really well with that. And so, working your defensive game plan very, very well. But then, this time of year also, points you get off press and points you get off of fast breaks kind of start evaporating, especially as you play good teams. So you got to be able to run in the half-court offense, and I do think our half-court offense is getting better.
I thought she was a senior like 3 years ago, so you'll be glad that she's no longer in the conference after this season, I'm sure. She's a handful. As you look towards this kind of last stretch, you've got Sub-State just around the corner. Obviously, you guys are in the 4A ranks. You played mostly teams that are 3A, so haven't seen a ton of the teams you could possibly see in Sub-State. But how do you feel like you've progressed with this young squad? And do you feel like they've got the full playbook, or are there still things you still got up your sleeve as you get ready to go to this final stretch?
There's still things that we're going to show, hopefully, eventually. There's some things that I've kind of tabled, and it may be next year. We're not going to lose anybody off the group that's participating in games right now. So, maybe next year before we're executing some stuff. But, we got a lot of things in the works, and, we don't show everything that we know, and we don't show we don't show some stuff until we're ready to show it as far as execution-wise. And so, there's short-term and long-term stuff going on with this team as you do with any young team. But I'm very, very we are far and away advanced from where I thought we would be.
All right, well, you get a chance again to put it on the floor and see what the youngsters have on the road at Baxter Springs. Always a tough place to play as well in the CNC, and you got them the first time at home. What do you know of Baxter? What do you expect at them?
Well, luckily we had Frontenac on their senior night with some good seniors, and we're also going to have Baxter on their senior night with probably the best senior in the league. Maybe not overall skill, but when you combine her skill and her size, the Barnes girl has been another one that, like you say, man, didn't she graduate a couple years ago? And, she can just flat take over a game at any moment. Can shoot. She started out as a really big inside threat, and then, now can step out and shoot the three with anybody. And so, she presents all kinds of problems that the first time we were able to hold her down, and hopefully we'll be able to do that again.
All right, Coach. Well, it should be a lot of fun as well as we get going again in the CNC. We appreciate your time as always. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll take a quick break. Still to come. Keys of the game, starting lineup, opening tip-off from Baxter. Trojans Lions tonight on Girard Sports Live.
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities one patient at a time. Call us at 620-724-5126.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Back out here to Baxter Springs High School. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for the front side of this basketball doubleheader. Girard Lady Trojans get ready to take on the Baxter Springs Lady Lions. Take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by our friends at the Jagged Edge. Lady Trojans look to start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style that you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylists Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Evie Vietti will have you looking your very best for the next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. First up for the Baxter Springs Lions, it'll be number 12, Kennedy Kukowski. Kukowski, a junior. Heights apparently aren't important in basketball. Number 20, Briley Rice. She's a junior. Number 24, Delaney Barnes. I can tell you she's almost 6 foot, about 5'11", and she's a senior. Number 25, Delaney Anderson, a senior. And number 35, Emily Williams, a sophomore. Head coach for the Lady Lions is Corey White. For the Lady Trojans, the starters go this way. First, number 1, Michaela Osmus, 5'3", junior, averaging 6.8 points per ball game. Also for the Lady Trojans, number 10, Brooklyn Talley. Those two are the captains. Her and Osmus, 5'6", junior, averaging 5.9 points per ball game. Kinley Smith, number 14. She's a 5'11", sophomore, averaging 3.2 points per contest. Number 23, Faith Poland, 5'8", sophomore, leading scorer, averaging nearly 13 points a game, coming off a 23-point performance, a career high on Tuesday. And then rounding out the starting lineups for the Lady Trojans, Olivia Cullen, 5'11", and a sophomore. She averages 3.9 points per contest. Where Lady Trojans will get you is 5'11" Smith, 5'11" Cullen, 5'10" Mackenzie Dressler, who comes in off the bench. They can get at you with a little bit of size. And Lillian Howard, only listed at 5'6". She's taller than that, and she'll get in there and mix it up down in the post as well. And then obviously the freshmen who have been coming in as well, Emmeline Syndicate, can get in there and battle as well for the Lady Trojans. Bailey Troike out on the point. Serena Short, another one that can contribute quite a bit for the Lady Trojans. Keys to the game brought to you by DS Construction LLC. The key to your next construction project is a call to Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience specializing in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. Call DS Construction at 620-724-0209 for a free measurement and estimate. And for Lady Trojans, I mean, you got to contain Delaney Barnes. I think that's pretty crucial right off the bat. But how do you bounce back from that overtime loss, and what kind of mindset do you come in here? These are the dog days of the season. They got a week left. Next week's the last week. 2 games after this one, in fact. But, boy, it's a grind at this point. Can you get out and battle?
Yeah, it's really hard to stay focused near the end of the season. You're so worried about postseason here and there, but you have to take care of business here late in the season, and especially against a team like Baxter where they have a player like Pierce who's 6 foot tall. Barnes. She's 6 foot on the inside, and on the other side for us, we have a bunch of good inside post players, but it really will come down who's got the better post game inside, I think, tonight.
Yeah, and where she's developed is on the perimeter as well, so she'll come in and play inside where I think they should use her more. But she can step out, knock down a 3 as well, so that length starts to become a problem, and so we'll see how they factor there. But oftentimes, coach is pretty good at stopping the number 1, making number 2 and 3 beat you. When number 2 and 3 play well, then you can have a rough night on the road as well. Trojan men, they are at 7-10, 3-7 in the CNC, and they are be taking on a Baxter Springs men's team that's 10-8, 5-5 in the CNC. Trojan men trying to bounce back from a pretty lopsided loss there against Frontenac on Tuesday night.
when they fell 57-41. Frontenac's pretty good and really long and athletic, but got a good 2-point victory against Riverton the game before that last Friday, and then fell to Columbus at home as well last week. So they've lost 2 out of the last 3, hoping to get it right here tonight against Baxter Springs. We'll talk more about them in the pregame show coming up a little bit later on. We'll step away, take another quick break. We come back, we'll have your opening tip-off. We'll talk more about maybe some area matchups as well. All that and more still to come here on the Community National Bacon Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
This is Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Back out here just minutes away from tip-off here in this girls' matchup. The Girard Lady Trojans getting ready to take on the Baxter Springs Lady Lions. They're going through their final recognitions here inside the gym. BJ Harris with you alongside me, Ivan Walter, as Dale Shireman on assignment. Actually at Regional Wrestling, I'm going to text him in a little bit, see if we can get some updates on wrestling perhaps from that 4A Regional at Anderson County. As some of those guys trying to vie for state qualifications. I'd say probably foremost right now, Derby McReynolds, a real good opportunity to compete at that state level. Glosser was a kid who competed a year ago, made it to state, the one kid off that team in their first year of wrestling. This year, the first year wrestling under the Trojan. They did it regional last year. They wrestled all year as Southeast Lancers as a co-op, and then wrestled at regionals as the Trojans for the first time. And so hopefully as a squad, they go out there and we'll get it going on. Opening tip-off is always brought to you by Lyrit Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Lyrit Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or maybe even sign up for classes. Lyrit Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442. Delaney Barnes at center court, leaping against Olivia Cullen. And opening tip going to be won easily by the Baxter Springs Lions as they move from left to right. They'll keep it way out high, kind of a 4-out, 1 in. As Barnes battling inside, Trojans banging hard with her. They triple team her when she gets it inside. Move it around off left wing. This is for Kukowskia. Here on the right side, Williams. High post, trying to go in there, can't get it. Now she'll blow past Cullen, put up off the glass, no good. Rebound, pulled out there by Williams and ripped out of her hands by Poland. And they're going to call a jump ball. That'll be in favor of the Lady Trojans. Good job battling in. A good look, really, for Baxter Springs. Just couldn't make it go
On the take there by Briley Rice, and it'll be Lady Trojans' first offensive possession here as they move from right to left. Osmus going to control it for Girard. Dump off to Cullen. Backside trying to go Smith. It just ricochets off her hands right into the hands of Brooklyn Talley. She tries to get it. Osmus, a three on the way. No good. And rebound pulled out of there by Barnes. Show outlet. Here come the Lady Lions. Picked up her dribble. That's a real bad spot to do so. She'll get it. Trying to go Barnes. Smith battles her way in there. The sophomore tangling it up. Bodies hit the floor. Kick back out now. Foul going to be called against Delaney Anderson on the reach.
And already early in this game, the Trojans coming out and playing very intense.
Physical.
And you saw down here, they're in a box and one already with Barnes trying to keep her from getting the ball. Trojans doing a good job so far.
Here's Osmus with it. She'll set things here. Long pass off left wing for Smith. Back out, Cullen, move it through. Osmus again on the right wing. No score. Travel going to be called against Michaela. Almost a second one on Delaney Anderson, but instead, now Trojans will put that pressure on in the backcourt. They'll blow past that, get a good. If you break the press, good. And if you get a good run out, take it. But if it's not there, don't be afraid to back it off and run your offense. And that time they throw it away. There's a near walk by Cullen. She'll luckily get it over in time. Here's Poland on the right side. Her first touch offensively. She'll take it baseline up and under. Right at Barnes, no good, but a foul. And that's a good thing, too. And she'll pick up her first foul. That'll send Poland to the free throw line to shoot two. Best free throw shooter on the team at 70%.
Well, she might just be the best shooter around. She is really very efficient from all points of the floor.
Yep. Yeah, I've talked highly about Faith Poland since I saw her play as a freshman. Her first outing, I was like, oh, she's not her first day in the gym. And had my daughter watch her one day, and from a fundamental standpoint, shooting a free throw, getting underneath it, using your legs, push it through. She's been coached well, and she will get the Lady Trojans on the board for the first point of the ball game. Other end, though, and a little lack of confidence perhaps there from Kukowskia, but dropping it long two, up and good by Briley Rice. And just like that, Baxter's in front. Other end of the floor, Trojans get a crack at it, nothing doing. Loose ball, jump ball. This time it'll go back to Baxter Springs. New lighting, I think, inside this gym. It's as bright as I can remember. I don't know. Maybe my eyesight's getting better. That's probably not the case.
Well, that's your call.
There's a foul going to be called on Kinley Smith. Her first, team one as well. Lions back with it. Williamson just knocked right into the hands. Fortunate ricochet into the hands of Barnes, and she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot two. Foul's going to be called on Cullen. This is a bad bounce of the ball. It was a good job getting to the passing lane by Osmus. They're not going to say she was shooting. They say it was on the floor. Here's Barnes catching out high. Lots of attention. She'll go force it up and go to the free throw line. I was pointing out to Ivan, if you come into this gym, is Delaney Barnes, her mother was Kelly St. Clair down here at Baxter Springs some time ago, and 2,203 points as a high schooler. To score 1,000 is a big deal. To score 2,000 is almost unheard of. Even in today's age of kind of run and gun and throw the ball up and shoot as much as you can, that was probably 20-some years ago that she was doing that, and so that's pretty impressive. And Delaney was good. They moved back into the area about when she got to high school, and boy, I'm sure they were happy she showed up. On the right wing, missed opportunity again for Baxter, however, as they still maintain the lead 2-1. Osmus on the left wing. Over right side for Smith. Dump off inside. Go push up. Nice take there by Brooklyn Talley for the Lady Trojans. Their first field goal of the night. And the Trojans back in front by one. Driving, good move into the paint. Shot no good. Rebound Cullen. There's that size. Outlet and go, ladies. Here's Osmus. She'll push it. Good defense to stop that, though, by Baxter. Good hustle by Rice. to cut off that fast break opportunity. Skip past far side Osmus. There's Smith, she'll face. Now Poland. Two post players stay out high. Move her through, get a good look at one. That's a set play for the three by Poland, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by the Lions, but nearly stolen away it is. Tally in another jump ball this time in favor of the Lady Trojans. Giving old boy behind the possession area with some work out here in this first quarter, first 4 minutes of this first quarter.
And right there on that offensive possession, I know Faith Poland didn't knock down the shot, but she was very wide open. And if they can keep running that play a couple more times, she's not going to miss those shots very often.
I like that play. I like that play. Trojans with a high post. Dressler into the ball game. Ornder into the ball game as well for Lady Trojans. There's Osmus for three. That was contested with a defender in her face. She doubles the Trojans scoring out. Up the floor they go. Running good. Transition D. Good. 3:56 to go. First quarter. 6-2 ball game. And a foul going to be called against Kennedy Krakowski. Her first team three. They missed a team foul in there on the score table. Because I know for a fact they've got three. I'm keeping track. Here's Howard out high. She's going to try to make her own. She does on the way. Out of bounds. It'll stay with or go back to rather the Baxter Springs line. A timeout going to be taken. Timeout by Coach Urlacher. We'll take it along with him. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Trojans put the pressure on the inbounds, get a quick foul on Howard. A good bright spot for Lady Trojans, almost 6 points a ball game. Plays physical. They'll stay in that press. Serena Short's checked into the contest as well. Rice gets by her, right side Williams. Moving around, here's Barnes. She'll put it on the deck, drive, force one up, shot good. Boy, that's a good take. Kind of a hope and a prayer take, but it worked. 3:14 to go. It's a 2-point contest. Short on the left wing. Howard at the elbow. She'll face against Williams. Needs somebody to help her out. And she's going to be fouled by Williams. I think she caught her off guard a little bit. Her first team, whatever they say, three. Into the ball game for Baxter, Addie Caseta. There's Howard catch. That's a matchup nightmare. Up, no good. Got to make those pay. Rebound by Barnes. Outlet. Here she comes. Up the far side for Anderson. She'll stop. Give way for Krakowski. She'll pop a 17-footer on the way. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Dressler. Not a lot of white underneath the basket. Ornder going to bring it up the floor, working against Anderson. Dump off inside. Nope. Batted out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Trojans with 2:40 to go first quarter.
And you can already see they're trying to get this mismatch inside to Lillian Howard. She has a much smaller defender on her, and they're going to try and take advantage of that all game.
Second time through with all these CNC schools. There shouldn't be a ton of surprises coming your way, but double round robin, which I think needs to go away, but it's my own opinion. At the elbow, all these teams are going to turn around and play each other again in sub-state for the most part. Girard won't because they're 4A, but they're the only 4A I believe in that now. In 3A, there's all these teams are going to play each other in sub-state. I mean, on the boys' side of things, it very well could be Baxter Springs and Frontenac playing each other for the sub-state title. But it's, I don't know. Here's Short to get it inbound. Throw it over the top for Collins. She'll catch it. Face. Good defense there by Barnes. Kick back outside for Poland. She'll set. 2:17 to go first quarter. Got a couple lead changes here. She got a little bit of clearance and now decided to chuck it up there. And it'll go back to Baxter Springs here with just over 2 minutes to play first quarter. It's been a bit of a muddled first quarter, I'd say. Cassidy Pena with it. She'll go over to Quesada. She's nowhere to go with it. Here's Barnes, pump on a three from the corner. She'll drive into the paint, scoop with the left hand, no good. And knocked it out of bounds, last touched by Barnes. Emmeline Sinnott into the ball game as well for the Lady Trojans, and she goes in there.
Well, it's very apparent what the game plan of the Baxter Lions is. They're trying to get her the ball, and she's going to take a couple dribbles and go right inside.
They're good at getting to the passing lane on the defensive side of things. Colin will face, kick. Here's Sinnott, long two on the way. High arcing shot rattles in. And it'll go back to Lady Trojans here with a minute and a half to play. 90 seconds first quarter.
Well, it's really good to see this press for the Trojans start to really come together near the end of the season. Early on in the year, a couple of, mistakes here and there, but it looks like they've really figured that defense out.
Off left side for Sinnott. Troike into the ball game as well. Bailey Troike, another freshman. Poland on the right side. Two sophomores, two freshmen, and a junior on the floor for Lady Trojans right now. Left side Troike. Boy, Collins, pretty good position to at least catch it down there. They not having a take on it, but work it to that post. Poland working her tail off, and a walking to be called on Sinnott. Faith ran a mile down there, just baseline to baseline.
Yeah, case of the tunnel vision there. Just couldn't find Faith Poland, and unfortunate turnover.
Inbound in backcourt for Rice. She'll stride for stride with Troike. Give up to Quesada, now left side. There's Kukowski on the right wing, back for Rice, so she'll reset. Pena, rather, number 4 on the right wing. Emmeline Sinnott all over Barnes. Give way to Pena. Troike come out on her. Baxter not liking the pressure at all. Quesada on the right side. Trojans doubling basically with Sinnott and Cullen. Barnes will pull the trigger on a three. Pretty nice shot there from the 6-footer. And she's got 5 of their 7 points. Back to a 1-point contest. Shot up and good. Rattled in. I'm not sure who got that. Cullen, perhaps, I think. Or was it Sinnott? Sinnott. 4 points in the first quarter for her. Lions with it. 3 seconds. Pena trying to push one up. Not going to do it, and that's the end of the first. Pretty good one so far here tonight in Baxter Springs. We'll step away to a quick break. More to come right here on your home for Trojan Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
Our Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
BJ Harris, Ivan Walter back here at Baxter Springs High School. Lady Trojans up by 3 after 1 quarter of play. Baxter basketball. And, well, Riley Rice said, enough of this. I'm going to get on the board in the second quarter right off the bat. She's got 4. Back to a 1-point ball game. Down low, Smith pushing one up. It catches the front iron and rolls in. Fortunate roll there for her first bucket. Up the floor, bringing it is Rice. She'll give way for Barnes. Outside for Pena, who will set it. Oh, she almost walked with it. They get that open to Barnes, but Good job by Smith getting out there. Smith is a matchup for her because Smith pretty long, 5'10", 5'11", can get in there and at least get in the hand to the face of Barnes. Right side, Krakowskia. She'll kick to the free throw line. Pena. Smith left her, though, for a second. She'll make a pay. No, shot can't go. Rebound pulled out of there by Osmus, helped out by Dressler. Here she comes. Michaela, good look up in front. Howard with a catch. Up, blocked by Barnes, but a good take. Trojans will have it underneath their own basket here.
Yeah, great job pushing the ball there by Michaela Osmus, and great pass on the inside as well.
A good inbound to Dressler. If Howard catches that right off the bat cleanly, she's going to make an easy bucket, but she kind of fumbled it a little bit. Dressler on the board for her first bucket. 14-9, Trojans. Largest lead of the ball game now. 5 points. Into the paint. Pena, or Caseta rather. Saved it, good effort, but up in the hands of Smith. Smith, pump fake will do you well. You got a 6-footer trailing you. Maybe a jump stop and a pump fake. And the youngster will learn that one. Learned it the hard way there. It'll go back to the Lady Trojans, however, as it goes out of bounds off the block shot. Inbound to Howard. Kick back Smith. Now there's a pump fake. She'll drive it. Shot, no good. And rebound Barnes for Baxter Springs. They're going to put some pressure on her in the backcourt. A foul going to come. Kind of bailed her out there. I think it's going to be Smith, and if it's her second.
Yeah, not a good foul there. Would have had a steal. She was all types of double team, no passing lane, and yeah, like you said, bailed her out there.
And Smith with those actually third foul. Goodness. Well, they've asked her to do a lot getting on Barnes, and that's what happens sometimes. Serena Short will check in. Lady Trojans go full 10 deep, if not more. And so they're not afraid to get aggressive defensively, certainly. 14-9. Off left corner, driving, good. Take up, shot no good, though, on the take by Krakowskia. She'll scoop off to Caseta. Shot no good, a little undersized, pushed up by Ornder, up to Osmus. Kayla going to drive right at Barnes, trying to get a contact foul, not going to get it. And pulled out of there by Barnes. Long pass up in front. Here's Krakowskia pumping on Dressler. Drives past her. Another good take, another block. She's like, can I get it? Can I get it? Amen. And then stolen out from behind her, but gathered back up by Ornder. Here's Dressler from the elbow. Shot no good. Rebound Barnes. Long pass up in front to Krakowskia. Backside, Rice. And she'll reset here with Pena at the top of the key. 5:14 to play. First half. Easy steal by Ornder. Not a real deep bench for Baxter, and you can already tell their wheels are kind of coming off a little bit. They're outside Ornder. Now here's Osmus. Drive Howard, trying to get some contact. She does. And they're going to give her 2 shots as well. And Howard will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 53% free throw shooter on the year, trying to get herself on the scoreboard. Out Poland. No, Troike's coming in, rather.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain they're not allowed to sub until after the first free throw.
I think they before the ball goes in there. I don't know. Scoring time. Make sure I say in scoring time. Howard missed the first one. I don't even have to do that. It's on the screen. Missed the first, made the second one. Trojans up by 6. Oh, nice block shot by Cullen. We're having a hard time getting him up. Even down in the paint right now is Baxter. Short pull away. That's her third block shot of the quarter. But Trojans have gotten every one of them. They're blocks that aren't going back to Baxter. They have stopped some plays, though. That was Tally not looking for Short, and a foul going to be called on Troike.
Yeah, bringing back to those block shots. Yeah, maybe they are getting the ball back, but it's putting a lot of pressure on this offense. They're really getting nervous on the inside. You saw there a little bit of hesitation before that jump shot, and it's hard going up against a player like this.
Yep. Up the floor, right down the line, and Troike probably stopped an easy take by Rice as she swatted it out of her hands. It'll stay with Baxter Springs with 4:14 to play first half. Outside for Rice. And down inside the barn, she's going to be fouled. And she's just begging the official for that whistle a little earlier. She's like, I'm getting beat to death down here. And that's the game plan. Not trying to hurt anybody, but you're going to be physical with her until she beats you. And so far, her best shot's been outside. It's that or a 1-and-1 front side of it. Here's Poland up and around and one. Nice take there by Faith Poland. Just her first field goal of the ball game. She had the first point with a free throw. She's got 3. Trojans are growing their lead now a little bit by 8, their largest lead of the ball game.
Well, if Faith now, this one could get ugly.
I bet it doesn't if I was a betting man. But right now the Lady Trojans do have the momentum. Then a quick turnover by Baxter coming up the floor. Short to inbound it for the Lady Trojans. Troyke going to run point for them with Osmus on the bench and Ornder on the bench. They're out left side, top of the key rather, for Poland. Guarded by Rice. It's a pretty good matchup there. On the right side for Troyke. Here's Colin. Good look down inside. Shot no good on the take by Brooklyn Talley, and she kind of pats herself on the chest, say, yeah, I got to make that one. That was a set play to get her the ball down inside. It was a good look by Colin. And Troyke continues to be a pest for them. If you can get in passing lanes, knock the ball away, and be a frustration to the other team's offense, Coach Urlacher will find a place for you on the floor. There is a long list of Lady Trojans who have made some hay by being pests to the other team.
Well, and with how much this team subs, if you're just a special, the defensive specialist, there's going to be a place for you in the game.
Yeah, there's some contact on the closeout by Serena Short. That's going to send Barnes back to the free throw line to try again. She missed her first attempt. This will be a 1-and-1 opportunity as well. 3:08 to play first half, 18-9. Low scoring affair here tonight in Baxter Springs. And Barnes knocks down the first one. Lions are in double figures now. Here's the second. Up and good. Under range. Barnes has 7 of their 11. And a timeout. Timeout on the floor. We will keep it right here. Lady Trojans, Trojan men. There's 2 games left in the regular season. Next week's the last of it. Tuesday night, the Trojans will welcome in the St. Mary's Colgan Panthers to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Luckily for the Trojans, the last 2 games at home. And then Thursday night, not Friday night, Thursday night. Don't forget that, Thursday night, not Friday night. Trojans will take on Uniontown in the regular season finale. And again, Trojans are in sub-state, I believe, after Tuesday, so probably Wednesday, sub-state seating and locations and all that. Top 4 teams will host sub-states in the east side of the state. I don't know where the Trojans are going to be. I mean, they could be all the way up to the metro area. In fact, that's likely. So we'll see. Coming up on Wednesday, a little lack of focus there by Poland as it goes in and out of her hands and out of bounds. And back to the Lady Lions. All the 4As. Parsons will host. Trojans are lucky. When I say that, no. You don't want to go play Parsons. You don't want to go to Kansas City Piper either. I can promise you that. Parsons is a little more convenient. It's all a matter of where you're at the end of the year.
Yeah, but I really don't think it. I think you'd rather go play Piper at Parsons.
They're good, aren't they?
That team is one of a kind. I haven't seen a team like that in a long time around here.
Dump off inside, backing, turning, shot up, and good on the take by Williams. Her first bucket of the ball game. And Lions close it down a little bit. Trojans are led by as many as 9. Now down to a 5-point lead. Tally with it. Good defense there by Williams. They need help. She about had a 5 count on her out there. Here's Troyke on the left wing. Oh, boy, Poland. Got to go quicker. Colin now. Shot up and good. Good look. Poland was wide open. Then whenever they guarded Poland when she was open, Colin became open. Troyke, good job finding her. 20-13. There's Barnes, left side now. Dump off inside Williams. Good defense. That's Cullen. That's probably her third block of the game as well. And it will be a turnover by Baxter Springs. Howard going to come back into the ball game. Osmus going to come back into the ball game with a minute 51 to play first half.
Yeah, like you said, Cullen with a couple blocks already, and earlier 3-on-1 against her, and she still had a block shot. She's been on fire defensively tonight.
I think Olivia's grown even a little bit, got a little taller since last year. Dump off inside for Howard. Working that right side pretty hard are the Trojans. Poland facing. She's going to go. She'll put it on the deck, and they're going to call charge on her. Yep. Had that arm kind of extended out away from her body just a little bit. They frustrated, I think, Faith just a little bit in this first half. Coming off a 23-point performance again in an overtime game. Leah McGowan going to check into the ball game and replace Poland. Coach may be feeling a little bit of that frustration. Another freshman on the floor for the Lady Trojans in McGowan. She's going to be a player for them. Outside for Pena, who will set the offense for Baxter. There's a steal by Troike. You got to have your eyes up, kid. Boy, McGowan was open initially, and Troike wasn't looking for her. And Coach has an argument there. He's right. I think that went off of, and now they do get it right. Here comes Krakowski as she'll replace Delaney Anderson. Trojans staying that pressure. 1:11 to play first half. Inbound. Get it in for Rice. We'll bring it up the near side. Right in front of us. Outside for Pena. 1 minute to play. Looking to drive. Oh. They're going to call it backside. It was going to be an open look, and probably the best opportunity they've had yet, but backside moving screen to get it set up. Actually, I think it was play side. And another missed opportunity. They get that one against Williams, her second. Team foul number 8. Howard going to face against Barnes. Backing, drops that shoulder. Good take by Lillian Howard. Just couldn't get it to roll in. Not afraid one bit to take it at one of the top players in Southeast Kansas. Lillian Howard said, let's go.
It was a really good post move and just almost a nice finish at the rim and just rolled right out. But if she keeps taking it inside like that, I'm sure she's going to get it going.
If nothing else, she's going to get her in foul trouble. We got to keep attacking. Cullen will come in. Nope. Too late. And now here's Troike. On the left side, McGowan. Howard she'll face. She'll drive. Shot just a little short. And she's going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2, however.
And Howard tonight, not the greatest field goal percentage, but she is still having a great game on the inside, getting a lot of, I think this is her third trip to the free throw line already in this one.
It's her first, but she's a 1 out of 2. And now 2 out of 3. .29 seconds to play first half. And 2 dudes posted up right in front of our camera. We'll fix that at halftime. 23 seconds to play. Backside. Krakowski going to get a good look at one. She can't get it to go. Lions have had their chances. They just can't get the ball to go through the hole. And it's going to be a jump ball in favor of the Lady Trojans with 12.2 seconds to play. You would know that if a dude wasn't sitting right in front of the camera. It's camo, but you can still see it. How's that work?
I couldn't tell you.
Inbound to McGowan. And knocked out of the hands of Osmus. Up in front they go. Krakowski. And a foul. Not what you do there, youngster, with 3 seconds to play. And so going to the free throw line is Krakowski to shoot 2. And she knocks down the first one. G and Bank halftime show coming your way in just a little bit. We'll talk about this first one. We'll talk a little bit about that boys game coming up as well. Krakowski rattles them both in. 21-15. Trojans going to look at one. Osmus up, no good. We'll have to take our word for it. We're back in. Going to talk more about this one on the GM Bank halftime show. GM Bank, where they're providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs. Turn to GM Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. We'll talk about this when we return. Trojans lead it 21-15 on the GM Bank halftime show on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it. In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back out here on the GN Bank halftime show. BJ Harris, Ivan Walters. We're at halftime of this girls matchup. Lady Trojans lead at 21-15. Take a look at how we got to where we are on our Eye on the Game. Brought to you by Kenora Eye Care. Thanks to the support from their community, Kennar Eye Care has nearly doubled their space. They've extended their hours with locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kennar Eye Care is the clear choice. Make your appointment by calling 620-235-1737. Lady Trojans will take the early lead 1-0 on a free throw shot by Faith Poland, but it would be Baxter's first and only lead of the ball game as they would lead 2-1. Girard would get the lead back immediately 3-2. They would grow their lead to as many as 4 at one point in the first quarter. They led 10-7 after 1, and then into the second quarter they would lead by as many as 9. But eventually that lead got trimmed back down a little bit, down to within 5, and right now it sits at 6, 21-15 at halftime. Halftime numbers brought to you by our good friends at Farm Bureau Financial Services. You're more than a number when it comes to Farm Bureau and Girard. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho will work with you to find the right plan that meets your needs. At a time when companies' data models are working to predict every move, Farm Bureau offers the kind of personal touch you need when it comes to protecting what matters most. Farm Bureau Financial Services in Girard. Call 620-724-4213. First up for Baxter Springs. Leading all scores right now is Delaney Barnes with 7 points, including a 3-point bucket. 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 4 points for Briley Rice, 2 points for Emily Williams, and 2 points for Kennedy Kukowski for Baxter Springs. For the Trojans, here's the difference. 4 girls have scored for Baxter. 8 girls have scored for the Trojans. They just throw a lot at you and spread that love all around the floor. 4 points from Faith Poland, 4 points from Emmeline Syndicate in short minutes in the first quarter. And then 3 points from Michaela Osmus, 2 from Brooklyn Talley, 2 from Kinley Smith, 2 from Olivia Collin, 2 from Mackenzie Dressler, 2 from Lillian Howard. Lady Trojans lead it here at the break by the score of 21-15. We'll take another quick break. We come back. We'll talk about that boys game a little bit when we return on the GN Bank Halftime Show on your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
This is Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live. For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, Hankook, and Cooper. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service with fast, reliable, on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121. Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
This is Greg from the original home location of Derailed Commodity in nearby Brazelton, Kansas. Our home location includes the warehouse for our company's 16 other stores, allowing us to feature a huge selection of furniture at outlet prices. We also feature by far the area's largest in-stock selection of carpet and floor coverings, and the absolute lowest prices on mattresses. We're your source for lodge-style rustic furniture for homes and cabins. So come see us at our large facility in Brazelton, your destination for outlet pricing.
Back here on the GN Bank Halftime Show, BJ Harris, Ivan Walter. Lady Trojans lead it here at the break 21-15. Take a look at our area matchups. Area matchups are brought to you by our friends at Bumper to Bumper. Bumper to Bumper, formerly Brenneman Auto Parts. Bumper to Bumper has been serving the Girard area since 1935. Stop in soon if you're in the need for belts, Bosch brake pads, Wicks filters, Timekin bearings, and so much more. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie Street in Girard. Riverton with a non-conference ball game against Neodesha. They're the only team right now playing a non-conference activity for the CNC. Other matchups in the CNC, St. Mary's Colgan and Frontenac. in a good rivalry matchup there. Those two teams always put on a good show. Frontenac, one of those teams, has an opportunity to get to the state tournament, I think. And then Galena and Columbus are the other matchup in the CNC. And again, as I mentioned, Trojans' final 2 games of the regular season next week. Be sure to check out our Facebook page on Wednesday. I think that's when sub-states come out. We'll let you know where and when to watch the Trojans. And we will be there for sure to cover the Trojans in sub-state, wherever that may be. As Trojan men are out on the floor right now, warming up, getting ready for their matchup. Trojan men coming to the ball game tonight off a tough loss against Baxter Springs on Tuesday. They fell 57-41, lead by Bramborn with 9 points. No Trojan in double figures, just couldn't quite get it in the hole. Rigby Bourne had 2 threes in that ball game. He finished with 7 points. That length from Frontenac rather is kind of tough. Trojans did knock off Riverton though the Friday before, 38-36. Baxter Springs right now coming in at 10-8, 5-5 in the CNC, and they are coming off a 64-54 win over Columbus. Baxter did beat Frontenac 68-57. That's a surprise in the CNC, I think. They've won their last 3 and 4 out of the last 6. They lost a tough one against Galena in overtime, so they've kind of been up and down. They beat Colgan. They lost to Erie. So, I mean, that's what tells you. I don't know, Erie may be good, the perennial powerhouse that is the Erie Red Devil basketball team, but I'll tell you what, back in the day in girls basketball, Erie was unstoppable. They were phenomenal, but not known to be a real big basketball school. Maybe they got it going right now. Trojan men taking on Baxter Springs here in just a little bit. Lady Trojans right now, though, they lead at the break 21-15. We'll come back, get ready to go in your second half. You're watching Trojan basketball in your home for Girard High School Athletics. Girard Sports Live.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
I am no longer living the life on the sideline watching everybody else enjoy those things I want to do. I am doing those things now. I am doing things that I only dreamed of doing for the longest time. I'm truly living the life I've always wanted.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
Here we go, second half. Fix that score. I had it backwards the whole time. That's your job. It's quality control over here. But MVP of the game, Jim Sinnekit, calling us out on that one, so I appreciate that.
And then by way of his son getting it fixed up here in the broadcast booth. Jeez Louise, I only look at it about 1,000 times.
So I'm saying you're the one looking at it the
we
whole
got
time.
we got a second half to get it right. Trojans lead, though, if that's miraculous to you, that score changed right there momentarily, unless if Delaney Barnes gets going off. She takes off and scores the first bucket of the second half. And a stop on the other end of the floor. Up in front, here comes Rice. Good job by Smith to stop that one. Smith had to sit a good portion of the first half with 3 fouls. She kind of drew early duty against Barnes and got into foul trouble early. Everybody's got duty on her, really, but she had the primary care outside. Here is Rice on the right wing, moving around. Williams. Patience in the half court. That's something they did not show a lot of in that first half. Driving Kukowskia. She had plenty of opportunities. She didn't make a lot of them. None of them count, really, but she does there. And just like that, we got ourselves a 2-point ball game. Kick out, nearly stolen away. Poland will attack baseline, and she's going to step out of bounds.
Yeah, not a good choice taking baseline. She had 2 players on her covering the spot already. Would have had a better chance resetting back to the top of the key.
Trojans put some pressure on. Rice pull right, stopped right where they wanted to stop. Able to pass out of a backside all alone. Shot blocked by Cullen. It would have been her 4th of the ball game, but instead it's a foul. That's going to send Delaney Anderson to the free throw line to shoot 2. One team came out of the locker room ready to play, and one team came out quite flat. And it's been a comeback early in the third quarter of this one, and a couple of buckets fall. We'll have ourselves our first tie of the ball game. First one up and good for Anderson. Here comes the second. No good, missed it. It'll stay a 1-point contest, but Trojans will get it. Got to make something happen offensively here. A good possession, at the very least. Tally, good look. Cullen, good move with the basketball. Nice job by Olivia Cullen to keep her composure. She kind of got tangled up a little bit with herself and able to get something up. Here's Kukowskia. Right at Cullen. That's a charge. Give it to her. Yep. She was set for a while. He had to think about it, but I think that's the right call. That's a great take by Olivia Cullen. She scores on this end. She's on the other end to take that charge. That's what's great.
She's having a fantastic night tonight defensively already with the charge, couple blocks.
Get a glimpse of Corey White on the backside. We pan across, and that's all you need to know about what his opinion is of that call. Here's Cullen on the right corner. Into the paint. Poland's going to push it up off the glass. Can't get it to roll. And she's going to get a quick foul. That happens from time to time. You miss a shot you think you should make, and then frustration grab Adam. It's her first. Team 2 of this second half. Oh, man, it's her 3rd. I'm not doing a very good job keeping track of that. Man, we only call 3 games a year. You get a little rusty. Up and no good, but a foul. That's going to send Anderson, the other Delaney, spelled differently, to the free throw line. 1 out of 2 on the night. It's the 4th? No. Did they not give it to Poland? Did they give it to Smith?
No, this is another foul. Poland does have 3 fouls, but now.
Oh, this is on Smith. Yeah, you're right. This is on Kinley Smith, her 4th. Good call.
And that's huge. She's been doing a great job keeping Barnes at bay when she's been in, but
Anderson made them both back to 1-point contest. Trojans holding on to a slim 1-point lead. There's Osmus for 3. Good. She's knocked down a second. She had one early in the ball game. She needs to pull the trigger a little bit more. Just when they needed it, though. 26-22, other end of the floor. Shot blocked by Cullen. Poland trying to push it. She's got to dribble it out herself, and she will. Keep it alive. She'll push it up to Osmus on the right corner. Mack will attack, kick the free throw line. Oh, I think you could just hammer down on somebody like that, but they get a jump ball. It's going to go in favor of the Trojans. 5:13 to play in the third quarter.
Inbound to Cullen. She'll go right up at Barnes. Can't get it to roll, but good strength there to get one off, and Barnes will pick up her second, I believe. I'll just wait for them to put it up there, and then I'll say whatever they put up there. Yep, it is her second. Team foul number 2 of the second half. And Olivia Cullen at the free throw line catches the heel. Things are turning up roses right now for her. That's an unusual spin of the basketball. Trojans back up now by 6. A couple of Olivia Cullen free throws. She's got 6 points, 4 in the second half. 28-22. There's Barnes looking to attack. She lost it out of bounds. Frustration on her face. Lillian Howard get a check in. Dressler comes in. Order comes in as well for the Lady Trojans. Poland goes out. Talley goes out. Colin goes out. Right smack dab on the 5-minute mark. Just about. And that's what they want to do. Order. High post for Howard. Kick out. Osmus. 3 on the way again. Can't get it to go. Rebound to be determined. Yep, pulled out of there by Rice. Here she comes. Right to left. Good defense by Orander, stopping her momentum. Back outside by Anderson. Anderson kind of came out with a little fire. She's been helpful, but Orander, ooh. Good defense by Haley Orander. And she'll get right back on her, right back in her shorts. And it's frustrating for them. Kukowski. Kick out Rice. She'll drive. But a runner with the right hand. Good. Good take by Briley Rice. Barnes thought she was out for a second, but they're not going to take her off the floor. But they don't run it through her for one of the few times this game, and I think the Trojans weren't quite sure what to do. Dressler outside, working against Barnes. Dump off inside Howard. Turnaround. Jumper on the way. Hard off the back iron. No good. Still to be determined. Good effort by Howard. And then stolen back away, or knocked that away by Rice. Trojans will defend all the way down the floor on Anderson. She'll throw it away out of bounds. They just can't help themselves when they get a little bit of momentum or they get going down the floor. When they should stop and set it up and be happy you got a good stop on defense, they always force it a little bit. Off left side for Short. Now Howard. Here's Short again. Poland working to get open down low. That's a matchup they would like her against Rice. Howard face. She'll drive. Spin. Good move. Push it up. Shot no good. She's going to get called for a foul over the back as well. On the rebound.
And Howard doing a good job with the positioning. It's just like her shot is what's been off. She's either too strong on a couple or too soft here and there.
She's a sophomore. She works at it and continues to work and get better on getting those to go in. She's going to be tough to stop because she's aggressive. That's something you just can't coach. You either got it or you don't. She got it. Here's Barnes. Not a lot of people got that little step back like that either, but can't get it to fall.
Well, and that's the case for a lot of these young players. This Trojans team is very young. The ceiling really is unimaginable. They can do a whole lot of things here.
Here's Short. Baseline jumper. Good. That's her spot. She likes it. And she gets on the board for the first time tonight, does Serena Short. Trojans stop the early flurry by Baxter and able to get on the board and put a little bit on after it was nearly tied. 1-point game. Bodies hit the floor. Good Lord. Here's Kukowski. Easy run out, left-hand layup. Good.
And a lot of that comes back to Barnes' pressure on the inside. She had Faith Pullen had a chance to take it into her and maybe, draw a block, maybe a charge here or there, but she panicked and threw it inside to Shorter Haley Orander.
There's a foul on the floor going to be called against Williams. Emmeline Syndicate, Olivia Cullen checking into the ball game for Girard. Out goes Dressler, out goes Howard. Yeah, a lot of times coaches go into the season, hey, we got 20 games. We got 20 games to try to improve every week. And never is it a throwaway. Never are you just throwing away games. But Trojans get 40 maybe 60. And they did that a few years ago when they won a state championship, a group of girls who played a lot of games and took some lumps and were about 500 the first time. They doubled that win put the next year, and then they won a state championship the third year. And so now obviously that was a very special group of kids and had some Division I basketball player, Division II basketball player that are some of the best I've ever seen. And there's some other girl, junior college girl, that was hard to stop, really the biggest matchup problem. But you know what I'm saying? They had a lot of games to play, and by the time they were seniors, they were darn good. And that's what this group's going to get as well. But they're taking a little bit of lumps from time to time here this season. Good night. What you play rugby, right?
Yes.
Does this kind of look similar to that at times?
Tonight it really has. It's been weird. They're calling a lot of ticky-tacky fouls, but then you see right there rolling on top of each other.
Yeah.
It's been a very it's high school basketball refs. It is what it is.
The coaches are kind of grinning at each other. And
well, over here, Haley Ornder rolled over the top of another player, and
what that was Coach Wyatt grinning at Brad, saying, "That was more of a charge than the one they called a charge." But you know, it happens. So it is what it is. But at the free throw line is Rice. She knocks down the first one, misses the second one. 27-30, back to a 3-point contest here. Trojans have not done that for Syndicate. Emmeline Syndicate knocks it down. Boy, she has made the best of her time. She's got 6 points. Didn't even play, I don't think, in that second quarter, and she's making the most of her young time.
She looks very confident there. Immediately on the inside, catches the pass and immediately puts it up with two defenders draped all over.
Time way outside, guarding on Barnes. Orander up in front to Syndicate. Kick, Poland. She'll take one dribble, step into a three on the way. No good, but she's fouled. They're going to call that on Anderson. Not sure.
It's kind of like how we just talked about. Here and there, foul here, foul there. I will say there was some contact, but you saw a couple plays ago. It looked like two players are colliding.
So she's going to get 3 cracks at it. Best free throw shooter on the team. Faith Poland, she's 2 out of 3 before that one goes down. 3 out of 4. Her first points of this third quarter, though. She's only has 1 field goal in the game off a 23-point performance. Again, I mentioned she'd been in double figures for 8 straight games, rather, dating back to the Wilson County Classic. And tonight she's going to have to do it from the free throw line. It looks like she's got 6 points and 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. There's number 3. Perfect stretch right there. Big foul. 35-27. Minute 3 to play in the third. Trojans weren't able to stretch away. A lot of times in the third quarter, coach is pretty good about building on a lead, and there's a walk going to be called on Barnes. And it's going to go back to Lady Trojans. At the high post for Syndicate. So that's a dangerous pass there. You got to keep in mind that girl's real tall, right in front of you. Up in front they go. Syndicate gets in position, foul, and a bucket. And she was just trying to recover there. Now started on the offensive end, but now she'll try to go for the and one.
Well, Barnes is a very experienced player, and Syndicate on the other end, not a whole lot of games, and she telegraphed that pass. You know,
Yep.
As soon as she leaves her feet, it's going to be over the top.
There's the and one. Up and good. She's 3 out of 4 on the night from the stripe. 12 points for Delaney Barnes, and there's a steal. 35-30 up. Kowski, another and one. Another and one. Boy, just like that, this thing went from an 8-point ball game down to what could be a possibly 2-point ball game here in just a moment.
Like I just said, that the experience shows both those passes were just telegraphed. You knew exactly where they were going, and great job by Baxter with the steal, but you got to be smarter if you're Girard.
She can't complete on the and one. And it'll be Trojan basketball up by 3 here with 23 seconds. There's a give and go call, and shot up no good, but foul going to be called against Barnes. I believe that's her third. Somebody's broke out their patchouli. Somebody's getting stressed out. They got to put on some, what are those called? Those oils things? You know?
Yeah, essential oils.
Essential oils. Somebody busted out their essential oils down here. My mother here. Missed them both. Colin. She's not. Missed opportunity there for Olivia. She's had a good quarter. 11 seconds to play. They're going to work for the last one. They do and get one. Get even a good look at it. They'll have some momentum going into the fourth quarter. That looked like it was going to be 5 seconds. Plenty of time for Poland. And Faith trying to do too much there. She had Osmus open on the backside. I think she was still trying to draw her a little bit further. And they would have had a good look at one. End of 3, Trojans holding on to a lead, but it is tenuous to say the least. Fourth quarter coming your way next on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
(35-32) Trojans up by 3 till right there. Now up by 1. Right out of the bat. Rice taking that one in. Back to a 1-point ball game. Trojans got it. Gave up a big lead at halftime of 6. It got down to 1, 21-20, but then the Trojans went on a little bit of a run. It got it back up to 8. And then it was only a 3-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Right now, Baxter with the basketball down by 1. A chance to take their second lead of the game. Baxter led 2-1. It's their only lead of the game. Way back a long time ago. And here's a wide open look by Rice. No good. Rebound Howard. She pulls it out, clears it. A good way to Poland. Off left side for Brooklyn Talley. She'll drive. Oh, good move. Little stutter step. Woo! Gnarly. She's got 4. Other end of the floor. Good defense there by Howard. Straight up and down, but they go in and get some body. Yeah, she's right. Tough call there, but it's going to send Pena to the free throw line to shoot 2. Cassidy Pena. Howard, her third. Pena's first attempts of the night from the free throw line. First one's good. There's a second. Missed it. Oh, Talley. Howard going to get in there. Good effort by Talley. Kowski went right through her body to get that one, but no call out left side for Talley. Backside wide open. Smith up off the glass. Good. Good look. Good finish for the Trojans. 39-35. 6:40 to play. In this final quarter. Ooh, Talley going to get called for that one. That's good effort. They'll go shoot 2, though. That's the thing. Trojans in the double bonus. Or Lions are the double bonus, so it will be shooting 2 points from this point out. Rice at the stripe. 1 out of 2 on the night from the free throw line. And rattles that one in. Again, Trojans led 21-15 at halftime, and then Lions came out like gangbusters in the third quarter. Got it to within one, but that waned a little bit. Trojans been able to really shake them. Got up 8 again, but now again holding on to a 2-point lead. High post for Howard. Poland sneaking in there. She was going to sneak, try to draw her to her, and then dump it over the top to Poland. It's a foul instead. That's going to be against Baxter Springs. It'll be against Cassida. Down for Howard. She'll drive right at Barnes, push it up off the glass. No good. Knocked around, stolen away, or gathered up rather by Rice. She'll go to Pena. Pena up and good. And it's a tie ball game. 39-all. First tie of the night. It's 0-0. Dump off tally. Kick. Smith up. Good. Nice take by Kinley Smith. Taking matters into her own hands there. 41-39. Quickly up the floor they go. Barnes. Backside Krakowski. She'll drive on Poland. Good help there by Howard. And Howard just picks up her fourth foul. She's got a little bit of a point. I mean, I don't know what else you can tell a kid. I mean, you're doing what you're doing. Just keep doing it. This happens. There's the natives from Crawford County are getting a little frustrated. Across the way.
When you see Coach over there arguing, she was standing.
Not arguing. He was explaining.
He's putting his hands up in the air for joy. Yeah.
Krakowski knocks down the first free throw. Second one forthcoming. And another tie ball game perhaps coming up. And it is. Knocks them both down. Timeout going to be taken. Timeout taken by somebody. We'll take it along with them. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Tied up at 41-all. Trojans with the basketball. 5:33 to play. Still a lot of basketball to be played. Trojans have yet to figure out they can't throw it over her at the elbow. Lenny Barnes hasn't dominated this game, but she has been a factor for sure, certainly against the Trojans offensively. Howard driving. Going to get one to finally roll in. It's going to be on the floor, though. Tough break for the kid who's been working offensively. They'll battle her way in there, but it's going to be 1-1 nonetheless. Foul's going to be against Pena, no Caseta rather, as it's her fourth. .5:16 to go here in this one. Caseta will sit down. In comes Williams for the Lions. In the front side of the 1-1 and forthcoming for Lillian Howard, up and through. Nice shot there by Howard. She's 3 out of 4 now on the night from the charity stripe. She's got 3 points in this ball game. There's a second. Nothing but net. Good trip there by Lillian Howard. Trojans maintain their lead. Again, Trojans have not trailed since the first quarter of this game. They trailed 2-1. Here's Barnes. Rice. Pena. She'll reset. 5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Barnes out high. Smith playing with 4 fouls. There's Troike with the steal. And Howard will track it down. Good effort there. Started with Bailey Troike. And here come the Lady Trojans. They get a stop. High post for Dressler. Oh, kick ball. Yep. Trojans get a break there. And it will stay with the Lady Trojans. Smith get it into Howard. She'll face. Just get knocked right off her screws. Shot no good. Jump ball. Yep. Trojan basketball. On that one. That's good effort by Dressler just to get a hand up there. Never quit on it. Here's Osmus. Smith swinging around. Troike. Over to Osmus. Drew it up. Good look for Michaela. Good three. Her third of the ball game. She's made, I think, 3 out of 4 when she's pulled the trigger on them, too. She just hadn't had a ton of opportunities. They come at very good times, too.
Almost coming up with a steal as well. Osmus coming alive in this second half.
Williams going to get called or get the take, and foul going to be called on Dressler. And it'll be her first. It's going to send Williams to the free throw line to shoot her first free throws of the day. And here it is. No good. Off the front iron. It's when I wish I was marking down on my notes. I don't keep track of when. I could probably figure it out based on scoring totals. But just when the threes have come from Michaela Osmus, it's been just what the doctor ordered. And they've been set plays a couple of times to get it to her. Back to a 4-point contest. Dump off inside Howard. Backing. Still working. Shot up good. Just use that body to get down in there and keep fighting. 48-42.
Well, we talked about it earlier. Howard doing a great job getting in the right position. Just the shots weren't falling, so it's good to see her finally getting it going now.
Yeah, her first field goal of the ball game, actually. Troike being a pest. Little runner with the right hand. No good. Rebound. Yep, going to be against Baxter. Howard getting in there and had bodies on either side of her. And it will be
free throws.
Free throws for Lillian Howard.
We're going to be seeing a lot of free throws. 4 minutes left, both teams in the bonus.
4 new bodies coming on the floor for the Lady Trojans. Orander, Cullen, Short, and Tally will check in for Howard once she's done shooting her free throws. Out goes Dressler, Smith, and Osmus. And Lillian Howard knocks it down. She made 5 in a row. Probably shouldn't have said that, but I have to report what happens. Here it comes. She doesn't care what I say. Up and good. Nice job by that youngster. 50. If you would have bet me, if I had money to burn, and I'd taken your bet in the first quarter, the Trojans were going to score 50 points, I'd have taken the under on that one all day. But, boy, they've been able to get some through. Here's Rice. Shot on the way, good. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach White as Rice knocks it down. She's having a pretty good second half. And a timeout on the floor. It's a full. We'll take it. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Ooh, hard hit by Brooklyn Tally as we come out of timeout. It was a good, strong take by her. She picks herself up off the floor. That's where I'm at. If that happens to me, if that fall happens to me, that's where I'm at for a considerable amount of time. until they empty the building. Everybody goes home. I'm still, hey, BJ's still laying there? Yep, he'll be there for a while.
I can't agree.
She gets up, goes, makes a free throw. But, yeah, kids are different.
I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'm a bigger guy as well, and even for a guy like me, hitting the floor that hard, you could hear it all the way up here. I'm sure I'd be feeling that one for a
Ain't
while.
nothing but a thing to her. She knocks down a couple of free throws. Big shots there by one of the captains. And Trojans back within 8, or back up 8 rather. 52-44. There's a steal. Backside. Troike. About the 5th block shot of the day for Delaney Barnes. And it'll stay with the Trojans, however. 3:22 to play. Coming out of that timeout, I can't imagine that's how Coach wanted it to go for Baxter. It's worked out pretty well. There's a decent pass. Get it in there. Cullen going to go right back at her. Get it up and go. Nice take. Good effort. Olivia Cullen has had no fear going right at Barnes in this game. She hasn't had a lot of success with it, but she has not stopped, and Trojans are up by 10. This was a tie ball game a couple of times in this fourth quarter. And the Trojans get another stop. Here's Short. Entry down inside Cullen. Battling right back at her. That time she was kind of fooled by Barnes falling off of her. And she was expecting the pressure to come, and it wasn't there. Way out high by Garden against Bryce, real tight. 2:41 to play. 10-point game. And a turnover by Pena. It was 35-34 right off the start of this fourth quarter. They knocked down a bucket to get to within 1. It was tied at 39, and it was tied at 41. And since that point, the Trojans have outscored the Lions 11-3. No, more than that, 13-3. Since that, it was tied 41-41. Low percentage pass. Ends up in the hands of Tally somehow, and she's fouled. She goes to the free throw line.
And I believe Barnes checked out of the game for the first time tonight.
That was short-lived. Here she comes.
And she's right back.
Half a possession. Half a full trip down the floor. And it's going to be fouled on. I said it's only 4. They were going in to replace. She was going to get a break. They say it was 5 fouls on Anderson. That's because, I'll tell you why, it's only 4. That's the one they didn't count in the first half. When I said they had more fouls, that's the one they didn't count.
It's got to be it.
I'm 100% sure. It happens, you know. I was thinking back to a year ago, the Girard boys beat Parsons and didn't have more points than them at the end of the game. So that happened. Tally at the free throw line. That's fact. First game of the year. Messed up the scorebook. Should have never gone to overtime. It does because of the mess up. Right. And Girard goes on, beats him in overtime. The rest is history, so to speak. First one's no good by Tally. Second one is.
That's why I think there should be more than one guy keeping check of score.
Well, there is, but it didn't get remedied in time, and the game went on, and it's a crazy thing. And I think Parsons had the opportunity to restart the game where the mess up was, and just took the loss and moved on. They'll be okay.
I mean, look at them now.
The same guys. Outside Short. She'll pull trigger on one, up and in. I think she's 100% from the field, honestly. I don't know if she's missed when she's pulled it. She's only taken 2 attempts, I think. 57-44. This one, perhaps, is going to show up on the scoreboard a little bit more lopsided than it was. This was an in-doubt 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Well, and one reason I think it's gone this way is Girard Trojans have a lot of depth, and Baxter just getting tired.
They've got a 7-man rotation. They've rotated 7. Trojans will do 10, 11 at times.
I'd call it a 1-man rotation with
11.
Barnes. Barnes is the only player they are trying to get the ball to, and I'm sure she, like you saw, half a possession break. She's probably sucking air right now.
And at the line is Krakowski as she knocks down that one. She's made her last 3 from the stripe. She's 5 out of 6 on the night from the free throw line. She's certainly come to play in the second half. She's got 9 points in the second half, 11 for the ball game. But it might be a little too late for Baxter Springs. 57-46. Still a little bit of basketball to be played. Here's Poland. Faith. No good. Rebound, no by Cullen. Her putback's no good. Poland's back in there. And Faith will pull it back out. Coach going to run a little clock. Trojans get this win, which is possible and likely. They're going to do so with their leading scorer having one field goal in the game. And that's Faith Pullen, who just got fouled. She's going to go to the free throw line. She is 5 out of 6 on the night from the free throw line, but just one field goal in the second quarter. One field goal total. That came in the second quarter. Minute 25 to play here in the ball game. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show coming your way in just a little bit. We'll recap this girls' game as Poland knocks down that one. Recap this game. We'll talk to the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, and have put a bow on this one and preview next week's action, final week of the regular season. Poland made them both. She's made 5 in a row, 6 in a row. (59-46). Kowski driving. Cullen, good defense there, but a little body into her. And Olivia will pick up her 5th, I believe. Good ball game by her.
And Coach over there with the same argument earlier. He just has his hands up right next to the ref.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to judge as a referee without a restricted circle underneath. Players can't just sit underneath and have their hands up. And so for a player like Colin to be in the right position but not get the call she won, it's been tough for her tonight. But I'm sure she's happy with how the scoreboard has gone.
And she's had a really good game. She's gone right at, again, one of the best players in the conference in Southeast Kansas here. And she went right at her, no fear. And nice job by that young lady. Kowski at the free throw line. She's knocked down a few here of late. Still an 11-point game. And a turnover on the Trojans. 1:09 to play. And a foul going to be called on Orander. Good night. This is the game that never ends. It's just been herky-jerky. Got a little rhythm there for a while. That was fun. It was a great 3 minutes. And it's been lots of turnovers, lots of contact, lots of fouls. And at the free throw line, that's going to be the 3rd on Orander. And Rice misses the free throw. Boys coming up in just a little bit. Trojan men, Baxter Springs. I think that'll be a good game as well. Rice missed the first, made the second. Trojans love to be able to hold here for a minute. Kayla Osmus directing traffic. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Erlocker before that count gets on her. We'll take it. We're back in one. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
59-49. Trojans in front by 10. They led by as many as 13. Bodies
the ball's got to go across half court, off her heel.
And her heel never crossed over. It was in the air.
It'll stay with the Lady Trojans. Trojans took that timeout, try to draw up this final 50 seconds. Burn some clock. Hold on to the basketball. Brooklyn directing traffic for Osmus. Kayla with 9 points in this ball game, all behind the arc and all big threes. In fact, I talked about that. It was 41-41, and she knocked down a three when it was 43-41. It was a 2-point game, and she knocked down a three.
Brooklyn tally there with
it.
Great drive against
She's had a great fourth quarter. She had 2 points going into the fourth quarter. She got 7 in the fourth. Number 9 for the ball game. Here's Kukowski with 5 seconds. She'll scoop one up, and it rolls in. That'll be the final shot, most likely, of this ball game. Lady Trojans, it's kind of a workman game today. Brought their lunch pail and got one. Not everything went their way at times, certainly, but able to pour on them in the fourth quarter, just kind of overwhelm them with numbers and get the win here tonight, 61-51. Lady Trojans move to 11-7 on the season, 6-5, above 500 in the CNC. Baxter falls to 8-11 and 4-7 in the CNC. We'll come back talk about this one on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. We'll talk to the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, all that more on the postgame show. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Lady Trojans win it tonight, 61-51. We'll talk about it next on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
After high school, Andre plans to attend NEO.
Back out here, senior night here in Baxter Springs. So we'll be going through all those fun festivities. We're here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. BJ Harris, Ivan Walter. Lady Trojans getting the win here in this one, 61-51 over Baxter Springs. Again, Lady Trojans move to 11-7 on the year, 6-5 in the CNC. And the Lady Trojans get the win here in this one. Coach will settle in here in just a moment. Let's tell you how we got to where we are here in this one. The Lady Trojans would lead early 1-0. They would fall. They would fall behind at 2-1. Then they would grab the lead 3-2. And Lady Trojans would never trail again in this ball game from that point. It would never trail again, but that's not to say it wouldn't be interesting. Trojans would have a 3-point lead after 10-7. They would get a little bit of a lead going in the second quarter. That would be a 6-point lead at halftime, 21-15. Baxter comes out like gangbusters in the third and pulls the game to within 1, 21-20. It was 23-22, 4-point game, 26-22. Trojans just kind of kept them at bay a little bit, got to 5, 32-27. At the end of 3, it was a 3-point game, 35-32. Trojans come into the fourth quarter, and right off the bat, they score, get it to within 1, 35-34. It was tied for the first time at 39-39, then tied again at 41-41. And from that point on, the Trojans would outscore the Lions 20-10 from the 41-41 mark. Just poured it on them. When you score 30 of your points in the final 4 minutes of the game, that's weird. And the Trojans do it after it was tied at 41 all. I'm telling you, a 3-point bucket by Michaela Osmus when it was 43-41 gave them a little bit of a spark, and they poured it on them from that point on. Get the win, led by as many as 13. They end up winning by 10, 61-51. Final scoring totals. All you need to know, 3 girls in double figures in the entire game. They're all for Baxter Springs, but there was only 6 girls scoring for them. The Trojans had a bunch of people with 8 and 9 points. 13 points from Kennedy Krakowskia to lead all scores, 12 for Riley Rice, 12 for Delaney Barnes, none in the fourth quarter. 3 points for Cassidy Pena, 3 points for Delaney Anderson, 1 point for Addie Kipp. Actually, that's probably not Kipp. That's for Emily Williams. For the Lady Trojans, they end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 girls scoring, really well spread apart. 9 points leading scorers, 3 of them. 9 for Michaela Osmus. She did it one way. 9 points for Brooklyn Talley. She did 7 of her 9 in the fourth quarter. And 9 points for Faith Poland. She did almost all of it from the free throw line. 7 of her 9 points coming at the free throw line. Leading scorer has 1 field goal in the game, and you win by 10. You're probably playing pretty good team basketball. 8 points from Olivia Cullen, 8 points from Lillian Howard, 6 points from Emmeline Syndicate, 6 points from Kinley Smith, and then 2 points from Mackenzie Dressler for the Lady Trojans. Again, they win at 61-51. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk to the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, when we return on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities one patient at a time. Call us 620-724-5126.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
This is Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live. Back out here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show as the Girard Lady Trojans get the win 61-51. Nice big sigh of relief, exhale from Coach Herlocker as we welcome in
the head coach of Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. And, Coach, this was a good one. This is a bring-your-lunch-pail kind of game. I mean, it got physical at times. Bodies hit the floor. Really tough. I told Ivan in the broadcast, if you'd have walked up to me at the first quarter and said it's going to be 61-51, I'm taking the under the way this thing started. But the fourth quarter, completely different game, and overwhelm them and just a little bit of numbers. And just, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think if you've ever had a team where you spread it out this much, 12 girls go on the floor at any time. They all kind of play a different role or play their role. And it's different. It's kind of fun, I'm sure, but it's a challenge for other teams for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those games where, each and every year you evaluate what you have, and that's the funnest part for me is you kind of unpack what do we have this year for a team, and then you try to use those strengths. And I would pick a starting five at the beginning of this season, and we would run it, and the second five would beat them, and then next day I'd pick a different group, and then that second group lots of times would beat them again. And so it just decided, hey, we got a bunch of people very, very even, yet they complement each other in different ways. We got people inside that can pound. We got people outside that can handle the ball decent. They're getting better every game, I think. And we just bring that to the table on each and every night. I don't know if we just went 5-on-5. I don't know that it would come out really well for the Trojans, but the fact that we go lots of nights 7-on-12, it does.
Yeah, I was thinking about this during the broadcast. I thought you got to check your ego a little bit to play that style as a team. I mean, it's just society has not set you up to be able to do that with kids, to be able to take 12 kids and say, hey, you're all going to get about 4 to 5 minutes. A few of you might get more, whatever. That's not the way kids are wired these days. So for those kids to buy into that and check their ego and say, I'm going to do what I can do when I do it and take advantage of it. Well, good example of that, Emmeline Syndicate. She maybe had 3 minutes, 4 minutes of playing time. She had 6 points. I mean, she made the most of it.
Real
Lots of girls have done
tonight.
that today. Yeah.
And that's the thing, too, and, and I have ran a fairly large rotation, never 12.
Whatever.
But you can kind of, you also find hot hands every night. There's some people that, it's just not their night. Well, when you got 12 people, hopefully you can find 5 of them out there that can score. Some nights we didn't, but, tonight, just a complete team effort all the way around, especially there in the fourth quarter. And I really challenged them at halftime, but especially there in the fourth quarter. Did a really good job on the Barnes girl, and at the end of the day, that was probably, in my opinion, the difference in the game.
All right, well, next week, the final week of the season, you got Colgan. That'll be a good one for you, and then Uniontown to close things out. How do you see the next couple ball games going? And then, believe it or not, the sub-state season goes fast.
Yeah, Colgan is just like us. They're really, really young, but they've got some kids and probably have more experience than we do even at the guard play. They got some experience last year with the team that they had, was highly successful last year. So it's going to be a dogfight playing them, and then Uniontown, they have probably one of the better teams that since I left there. They're like 14-3. I don't know how they did tonight, but 14-3. That's a pretty darn good season. So we don't have any cakewalks, but both those games are critical. If we could get the wins to secure and make sure that we get a home game first, such a tough foray. And you definitely don't want to be going up to some Kansas City school and, out of your element and all that stuff. It'd surely be nice to be in the, as you say, the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium.
Yeah, the temperature stays good. I wore a sweater tonight. That was a mistake. It's warm up here. But, Coach, appreciate your time as always, and congratulations. Great win here tonight on the road. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. Lady Trojans win it tonight, 61-51. Coaches' interviews are always brought to you by our friends at Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. It's going to do it for the postgame show. Coming up next, we're going to hear from the head coach of the Girard Trojan men, Ron Westcott, when we kick off the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. When we come back right here on your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Greg from the original home location of Derailed Commodity in nearby Brazelton, Kansas. Our home location includes the warehouse for our company's 16 other stores, allowing us to feature a huge selection of furniture at outlet prices. We also feature by far the area's largest in-stock selection of carpet and floor coverings, and the absolute lowest prices on mattresses. We're your source for lodge-style rustic furniture for homes and cabins. So come see us at our large facility in Brazelton, your destination for outlet pricing.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, Hankook, and Cooper. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service with fast, reliable on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121. Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for this backside of this high school boys and girls doubleheader tonight as Girard Trojans make the trip down to Baxter Springs to take on the Lions. Getting ready to talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. His pregame interview is always brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. Coach Westcott is hard at work putting the Trojans in a position to succeed, and that's what the agents at Farm Bureau can do for you. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, they're here to help you plan for what's to come. Protect what matters most and invest in your future. Get your game plan together at Farm Bureau. Call 620-724-4213. Coach, we go back to last Tuesday and a game on the road there at Frontenac. Always a tough place to play. They got a pretty good squad right now. As you kind of went back and evaluated that contest, what proved to be the difference between you two as you fall to Frontenac?
Well, they really hurt us inside. They made a concerted effort in the first half to really pound the ball inside, and we just couldn't contain them inside. We tried to pack it in, and I think they took 2 shots outside the lane in the first half. So that just kind of tells you what the game plan was, and we didn't do a very good job of adjusting to it. We probably should have done some things a little different to start out, but kids learn from it. I thought our kids competed hard the other night. I thought we played hard, and we knocked some shots down early, and if we continue to knock those shots down, we're going to have a shot. But they tightened our defense up a little bit on us, and we didn't hit the shots later in the game that we needed to hit. But you got to give them some credit with what they've got and what they're doing right now. So we've got a ways to go to get to that point, but I think we're headed in the right direction.
This particular squad we talked a lot about, just not a lot of varsity experience coming into the season, but I even noticed, I broadcast that game there at the Wilson County Classic, and then like a week later, maybe 2 weeks later, it seems as though they've got a pretty good grasp on what you're trying to do and can get in and out of different offenses and defenses. Do you feel like, at least from a knowledge of the X's and O's, you got them where you need them right now?
Well, we're getting better. We are. We're getting better. We're still got a lot of kinks that we got to work out, and we have some freshman and sophomore moments at times, but I think those moments are getting less and less as the years progressed, and the guys understand. I mean, we've got to shoot the ball better than what we've been shooting it, and that's a matter of getting in the gym and getting the work done. But it's one of those things. The other night, as good as Frontenac is, if we make our free throws, we're right there with them, and that's just one of those things that, hey, we got to get in the gym and we got to continue to focus and not worry about the moment. We just got to worry about, the next play and move on from there. But I think our guys are starting to figure it out, and we just got to keep going and continue to improve, and I think we'll be okay.
All right, well, that starts tonight with Baxter Springs, a team you saw about a month ago, right after the Wilson County Classic. Got them after tournament week, as you usually do. What do they do, and what do they keep you up at night about, and what's it going to take to get them win there at Baxter Springs?
Well, the Appleton kid kept me up for about a week after we played him last time. He hit 6 threes on us. He was 6 for 9 from the 3-point line, and we just did not do a good job of getting out on him. So we're going to make a concerted effort to make sure that doesn't happen this time. The Morris kid is our returning starter from last year that, is a great athlete and can really does a good job for him getting to the rim. And that's the last time we played. They brought a point guard in. It was his first game eligible the last time we played. But he kind of makes him go. He's a big, strong kid, about 6'1", 6'2", and good with the ball and really puts their kids in good positions to succeed. So we'll have to do a good job of containing him. And, if we could shut those 3 down, I'd really like our chances. But shutting all 3 of them down is going to be a tough task ahead. So we'll have to kind of pick our poison and move on from there.
All right, Coach. Well, should be a lot of fun as always. Appreciate your time, and good luck tonight.
All right, thanks, BJ.
Hey, Coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come. Starting lineups, keys to the game, opening tip-off from Baxter. Trojans, Lions tonight on Girard Sports Live.
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities one patient at a time. Call us at 620-724-5126.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Back out here, Baxter Springs High School, the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions getting ready to hook it up here in this CNC matchup. Lady Trojans just take care of business on their side just a moment ago as they win it 61-51. Let's take a quick look at your Well, first of all, I want to tell you that Girard Sports Live is presented by Croccan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Croccan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org and see everything Croccan has to offer at ckt.net. And, of course, the pregame show is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Serving the area for over 30 years, stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. As the Girard Trojans going to hook it up here against Baxter Springs. Starting lineups. Go back over there and move that back over, would you, on that clock? Just a little bit. Starting lineups brought to you by our friends at the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style that you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands Robin Hawkins or Evie Vietti will have you looking your very best for the next big game. Give them a call and make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. First up for the Baxter Springs Lions. Where'd they go? Baxter Springs Lions, here they are. Going to be led on the boys' side by number 15, Brant Morris. He's a senior. Brant Morris, a 6'3 senior. Got a little bit of length, does this Baxter Springs team. Number 22, Drew Williams. Number 23, Andre Appleton. Number 34, Gabe Gray. They do the national anthem twice here, so we'll let them do that. We'll come back and finish that up.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
All right, where was I? In the middle of the starting lineups, again brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Starting lineups for the Girard Trojans going to be for the number 10, Bram Bourne. Bram, 5'5", sophomore, averaging 7.1 points per ball game. Number 12, Alex Kester, the freshman, going to get the start. Quinn Oran was out there not practicing and not warming up, so he's not going to be a factor. Looks like he's got a brace on his wrist, and so I think Alex going to get the look at him. 6-foot freshman, averaging 4.9 points per ball game. Number 15, Logan Thomas. Logan is 6'4" junior. Number 24, Rigby Bourne, a leading scorer and a junior, averaging 13.1 points per ball game. And number 31, Brecken Chwicky, sophomore, averages 6.4. Opening tip-off is brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett's for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. Get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece or maybe even sign up for classes. Larrett Ceramics, 620-724-8442. And it will be at center court. Logan Thomas along with Brant Morris. On the opening tip, going to be won by the Lions, and they'll have it first, moving from left to right in this first quarter. Entry pass down inside, little take up, shot no good, rebound no, to be determined, couldn't get it. Morris, he'll put it right back up and get it to go. So Morris on the second chance bucket. And Andre Appleton was 23 who took that other one. He can play a little bit. Thomas with it on the left wing here for the Trojans. Trying to get it to Rigby on the left wing. Left corner. Here's Bram. Here's Rigby, top of the key. Thought about it, didn't take it. Kester. Here's Bram pumping. This Baxter Springs got a little link to him. Rigby Bourne, three-point shot no good. Knocked around, to be determined. Gathered up by Brecken Choicky. He'll go right back to Kester. Kester with a pump fake. Shot up and partially blocked perhaps by number 34, Gabe Gray. And here come the Lions. Spinning down inside there is Williams. And the bucket goes and one. Williams will go to the free throw line to shoot. The and one. An early 4-0 lead here for Baxter Springs. First one, though, the and one, no good. The second offensive possession here of the ball game. Off right side for Thomas. Good look there by Rigby. Couldn't finish. Kester. A good dish. And here they go the other direction. Drew Williams leading the charge. Go back outside. Get it to Williams again on the left wing. Bring it back around. Here's Appleton. Now left corner. Dump off inside for Morris. Nowhere to go with it. Set three on the way by Gray. Good. Well, not the way the Trojans would have drawn it up. 7-0 run to start this ball game for Baxter Springs. Got to get one to go through the hole. Rigby. Dump off in for Thomas. Here's Troike. Move it back around. Got to cut through. Tell you what, these two teams are going to be well coached. I can tell you both these guys. Coach Hibbler's not been here for very long, but where he came from, he had tons of experience as well. So they're not messing around. They're a missed opportunity by Baxter, but they get the block again. I'm going to tell you that size disadvantage for the Trojans is pretty immense in this one as well. On the right side for Williams. Long two on the way, no good off the heel. Rebound pulled out of there by Bram Bourne, and here he comes. Lead the charge up to Brother Rigby. Troike. Bram pumping. Shove from Appleton. Continuation. Good take by Troike. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Morris. Lids on it for the Trojans. Not a lot of great opportunities. Appleton catch, fire, three. Wow. That ball was not in his hand for very long. Second three of the first quarter, and it's a 10-0 run to start things for the Trojans. Another empty frame. Trojans will be calling for timeout. Bourne around the horn. Off right side for Troike. And he walked with it. Timeout, there it is. I know him. Timeout on the floor. 4:46 to play in this first quarter. We need to take it as well.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Well, not a great start here for the Trojans. 10-0 run here for Baxter and the basketball. Coming out of the break, here's a three on the way by Sofel Felix. And Felix knocks in another three. Ouch.
And it's bad of a start, as you can imagine, if you're a Trojan fan.
Pretty rough. They could have all been threes, I guess. At least there's a couple twos sprinkled in there. Gabe Davenport's checked in. Rigby trying to get him on the board. Can't do it. Rebound pulled out of there by Felix. They give way to Williams and bring it up the floor from left to right.
And it just feels like the Trojans are forcing it on offense.
Yeah, the longer this drought goes, the more that's going to happen. Morris outside, open look, three on the way again. This one no good, but a fortunate bounce for Baxter. Look at another crack at it, another catch and fire from Appleton. And rebound pulled out by Bram Bourne. Appleton is a senior, transferred in this last semester. Wasn't here the first semester, transferred in or moved in. And, boy, I'm glad he waited till this year to move in
because he's a missing link from a team a year ago that I've talked about this with a lot of people. You know, Girard and Baxter met in a sub-state championship game at Caney Valley to go to the tournament. And after watching all the other teams in 3A, Baxter Springs could have been right there where Girard was at the end of things. Graham Bourne, 3 on the way, not good. Swatted out of there. Nearly tracked down by Nigaman, but it won't be in time. And I'm serious. I think if Baxter beats Girard in that sub-state game, and Girard took everything they had to get it, Baxter goes to the 3A state tournament's got a real good chance of winning a state title. That's how good they were a year ago. Not a lot of these guys contributed to that team, and if 23 was on there, that would have been tough. Dump off inside, a little push in the back. Thomas and Morris are fighting it out. There's Felix to Williams. Williams stripped. One was saying it was out of bounds. The other one said it was a foul from the backside on a reach. Foul's going to be called against Rigby Bourne. His first. Team 2. 13-0. Appleton catch fire away, deep 3. Rainbow shot no good. And saved by Nigaman. Good effort there. Bourne going to push it. Trojans, one thing I think Girard could do is possibly run their wheels off a little bit, see how deep they can go and take advantage of their big. They're a big, lengthy bunch. Here's Bramborn, 3 on the way, no good. 2 guys there. Nigaman's one of them. He puts it up, good. No, they're going to say it's on the floor. And Luke Nigaman, another one of the freshmen, getting some early playing time. Kester started. Nigaman comes early off the bench. Gabe Davenport in as well. Gabe, a youngster, just a sophomore.
Girard just needs to get a bucket in, something to try and get back into this one. They look stale offensively.
Well, 6'2", 6'4", 6'3" down low is not helping. They let that time Williams left Rigby wide open, gave him a little bit of a look. Other end, Williams going to try to do it his way. Shot no good. Rebound to be determined. Still to be determined. Felix comes away with it. Right back down they go. This time into McCauley, who's just checked in. He'll give way to Morris. 2:25 to play. 2:27 rather to play, and still 13-0. It could have gotten worse. At least the Trojans did stop him a little bit defensively. Last couple of trips down the floor. Outside Williams, dump off inside Morris. He'll take a couple of hard dribbles. Up with the right hand, good. He's got 4. Lions have 15. Here's Bourne, another wide open look, off the mark. And Williams is just letting him have him too. That's demoralizing. Here's Morris driving on Davenport, going to be called a foul. Coach stands up and wants a charge. Grasping at straws there, Rod. He's like, come on, anything. I'll take it.
And honestly, it's down here defensively for Baxter. It's like they're daring them to bring it on the inside. Yeah, we'll leave you wide open because they know they're very, very much oversized compared to this young Girard team.
Williams will get it into Appleton. Catch, fire, another 3 on the way. That one's no good. He's missed a few. He's taken several. He made one. Left side, Bourne. He'll drive. Rigby up and under. Nice take by Rigby. Bourne right through the heart. That's a good one to get the Trojans off the schneid. A minute 30 to play in the first half. Or first quarter, rather. Outside for Felix. There's Appleton. Scoop off. Well off the mark. On the take. Trojans got to take advantage. If you're going to dig yourself a 15-point hole, do it in the first quarter, not the fourth. And they'll have some work cut out for him. Bourne again, take it right on Williams, and they're going to call out of bounds off Baxter, rather. It'll stay with the Trojans.
In these last couple possessions, you like to see Rigby Bourne. He's trying to take it inside, try and draw some contact, do anything really, because they know the three-point shot is not there for them tonight.
Off right side, looking to drive. Good take, good scoop. Shot no good, though, off the take by Thomas. Need to continue to attack. It looks to be some area where the Trojans might be able to score. But right down the other end of the floor goes Williams, and he knocks it in. Here's Bram, Bourne on the left side. Here's Rigby. One guy goes through. He'll drive. Rigby trying to get some contact, and he does. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. Leading free throw shooter at 63.5% is Bourne. 38.2 seconds to play in the first quarter. This one can get over at any time. Just let the first quarter go away and do another one. Good job by Rigby. He's got all their points. Say the Achilles heel really has been of this team's size. I mean, when they've been outmatched size-wise, it's been a struggle with them. When they've been able to match them up with them, at least within reason, Trojans have been able to play with just about anybody, but it's what got them against Baxter or against Frontenac, and it's something that they got to, can't much you can do about it. Drive, kick, good look, shot up, good. Man, that has nothing to do with size. That's Kane McCauley, his first bucket. They spread the ball around pretty good as well, 19-3. 15 seconds to play first quarter. Graham kick, Rigby. He's going to get a good look at one with 4 seconds. He gets it to go. That's a big three. If nothing else, give him just a little bit of momentum, a little bit of hope perhaps going into the second quarter. Still a lot of basketball to play, but the Trojans have dug themselves a hole. We're back in one. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Back out here to Baxter Springs. We start the second quarter. Trojans with it. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Off the hands, are going to say, of Logan Thomas, I guess. And back to the Baxter Springs Lions it goes. Tough break there. 19-6 Trojans have trailed by as many as 15 twice. You just got to chip away a little bit at it. That's one way to start it. Get a stop, then go get a bucket. Get a good high percentage shot. An open look at one, and just give yourself a chance here. A lot of basketball yet to be played. Here's Alex Kester from the elbow. Good, rattled one in. His first bucket of the ball game. Trojans' only bucket. Points came from Rigby Bourne, including a big three to close out the first quarter. Felix on the left wing. Side for Williams. Screen comes from Appleton. Stolen away, Rigby Bourne. Little thievery. Watch out behind you. It's going to be hit and a hard foul by Morris. And then Rigby, he'll go right to the free throw line to get two. And Rigby first thought he was going to have a run out. Morris stayed with it. I thought he was too, but Morris will pick up his first, but it's a foul. Or a timeout, rather. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on your home for Girard High School Athletics. Girard Sports Live.
Stay warm and cozy inside with help from Girard Commodity. Replace your flooring today with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. The feeling of new furniture always brightens a home. We have a great in-store selection, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to sell. Now is a great time to shop Girard Commodity Flooring and Furniture, with stores in Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Well, it certainly didn't start out great, but the Trojans' chance to get into double figures here, pull it to within 9. 9 looks a heck of a lot better than 15, I can tell you that. And at the free throw line here is Rigby Bourne. Again, just knocked down a couple of free throws a moment ago. Or knocked down an and one, rather. And he's got 7 points on the ball game. Get at 8. Kind of willing this team back into it as Rigby Bourne back to within 9. 1 minute, just over 1 minute into this second quarter. Williams will drop a shoulder, kick, Morris, deep 2 on the way, no good. That's a low percentage shot. Pulled out of there, though, put back, partially blocked perhaps by Thomas. Gathered back up. That one's poked out by Rigby Bourne. On the take by Gabe Gray, and it will stay with the Lions. Dump off inside for Gray. Kick, Morris. Good closeout on the baseline there by Thomas. He'll force one up, and Trojans got to get a board. Glasses come off, shot up, no good. And good help, good sportsmanship. Rigby goes and picks up that Glasses for Gray. And knocked out of bounds on the other end of the floor. It'll stay with the Trojans, though. They get another stop. That's all it takes. You get a stop, you get to within 7. You've cut that lead down in half. Thomas moving around through Bramborn. Trojans again playing without Quinn Oran, who's one of the top scorers on this team. Rigby just pulls the trigger on a quick one. Shot no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Gray. Outside for Williams. To the elbow, pull up. Another shot no good. Rebound Brecken Choiky on the take by McCauley. Yeah, the Lions have gone cold a little bit. Here's Choiky. To Rigby. Kester. Original starting 5 on the floor now for Girard to start this second quarter. Brecken, 3. Good! Not one he'll take a lot, but he drops that one in. It's a big one for the Trojans. 19-13. Trojans are within 6 after trailing 15-0 in the first quarter. Appleton, pull up. Good defense. He throws it away. Another good effort there by the Trojans. Zach Davis going to check into the ball game for Girard. He'll replace Bramborn. Trojans a chance to get to within 1 possession. Unlikely. 5 minutes ago. There's Davis. They switched to put Appleton on Rigby Bourne now. Draw that one up for Davis. He can't get it trigger pulled. Rigby will think about it. Troyke working hard, so is Davis on that motion, running through the paint. Brecken going to reset it. Troyke running point. Why not? Side for Bourne. Down inside, Thomas. Good up. Oh, that's got to go through. Rebound, though, by Kester. Swatted away out of there by Morris. Thomas got to make that one. It was good. Draw up for him. Got it pulled off and got a good look at it. He kind of forced it because he knew there was help coming, but tough one there. Trojans still have cut this lead down after trailing by 15, 17-2 at one point. 15-0, 17-2. Right now down to 6. A 13-2 run. Kick outside for Gray. Back to Williams. Most patient possession the Lions have had so far. Morris spinning. And a foul going to called. Going to be a timeout, actually. Nope, taken by Coach Hibler. He didn't like what things were working out for him, so he takes a timeout. We will too. 4:02 to play in the first half. Trojans trail by 6. They're fighting their way back in this one in Baxter.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, Hankook, and Cooper. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service with fast, reliable, on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
19-13 Trojans down by 6. Baxter Springs with the basketball, 3:53 to play in the second quarter of this one down here in Baxter. Up off inside Morris, kick, wide open look. Gray's going to have one. That one catches the back of it and out of bounds. Last touch by the Lions. It'll go back to the Trojans. Another stop by Girard. Again, it was 17-2. Since that point, the Trojans 11-2 run. That was about a minute to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and you can put a lot of that on Rigby Bourne and Brecken Troike. They've been doing everything they can offensively, trying to will this team back into this game.
Well, they have all but 2 of the points. Here's Rigby. To Kester. He's the other one that's got 2. Zach Davis in the ball game for Girard as well. Troike. Off to Rigby. Back to Troike. Here's Thomas. Trojans being patient. Into Davis. Back out. Rigby splits the defense. Up off the glass and good. Just got real small, real fast. Almost like he disappeared and ended up on the other side of those dudes. 4-point ball game. My goodness. 19-15. Into the paint. Stolen away by Kester. Kester and Davis with the run out. Right back to him. Good dish. Kester with the finish. Nice job by Alex Kester. And the Trojans are to within 2 points of the Lions after being down by 15 already in this ball game.
And
what a comeback.
That was a picture-perfect fast break there by those 2 young kids. For how young they are, you usually don't see that type of play, and what a fantastic job by these young kids filling in for Quinn Oran tonight.
Morris, continuation, up with the right hand good. Stops a little bit of the momentum. Does Brant Morris. He's got 6. Trojans go the other end. 2:10 to play first half. Game on. Offside for Morris. Good look. Thomas quick with it. The left hand. He'll get the roll this time. Logan Thomas, his first bucket. Trojans now matching blow for blow. 21-19. Under 2 to play. Williams driving up. Ball blocked possibly by Thomas. Kester with the rebound. He'll bring it up. Go to the corner for Davis. Wide open look for 3 on the way. No good. And rebound pulled out of there by another one. Big Phil's are steal by Davis. Him and Kester again. Another dish by Davis. Thomas with the rebound. His put up. No, it is good. They kept working. Trojans have tied this ball game up at 21-all with 1:23 to play here in the first half. Tremendous tenacity by the Trojans. Morris lost his footing, threw it away. Felix goes and gets it. Kester goes and tries to pick him up. He'll back off now. Morris try to get the switch. They do. Coming baseline. Good look. Shot up and good on a take by McCauley. His second bucket of the ball game. That breaks the tie. 23-21. Under a minute to play now here in this first half. What a dandy this one's been. Left side for Thomas. They're being patient. Rigby taking his time. They're going to hold for the final shot, and Baxter's going to let him. The pace of this last 5 or 6 minutes, nobody's getting too worked up about this. The GN Bank halftime show coming your way in just a little bit. We've got some wrestling notes and news to pass along to you. Stick around for that in just a minute. Our correspondent on location, Dale Sharman, letting us know what's going on there. 7 seconds. Bourne, he'll slice through. Let's go with that one early. What a take by Rigby Bourne. He has taken over this ball game. Tie ball game. It'll go to halftime right where we left it, or started things off 0-0, but what a weird way we got there. Trojans battling back and fighting through one. 23-23 your halftime score. We'll talk about it next on the GM Bank Halftime Show. GM Bank has been providing customers the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs. Turn to GM Bank. Learn more at gm-bank.com. Trojans tie up with the Lions. We'll tell you how it happened when we return on the GM Bank Halftime Show. On your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Baxter Springs Lions cheerleaders showing us how it's done out there right now. I was telling Ivan, Kansas Shrine Bowl cheer camp. You can register for that right now. 250 of those doing that in a gym. It's fascinating. It's something else. Cheerleaders everywhere running out of the ears and just doing their thing. It's really cool seeing 250 of them cheer at a football game. July 18th in Topeka, Kansas. Be sure to be there for that one. We're talking basketball, though, here in this one as the Girard Trojans have, they have battled back in this one. Let's look at it here on the Eye on the Game, brought to you by Kennar Eye Care. Thanks to the support from their community, Kennar Eye Care has nearly doubled their space and extended their hours. They've got locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kennar Eye Care is the clear choice. Make your appointment by calling 620-235-1737. MVP of the night, by the way, is the guy who found my keys sitting down in front of him on the bleachers. Good night. That was going to be a bad deal at the end of this one if I didn't have my keys. Well, this game didn't start the way the Trojans wanted. If Rod Westcott drew it up and said, I want to be down by 15 midway through the first quarter, then he certainly he needs to be checked a little bit. I don't think that's how he wanted it to go, but with a minute 30 to go, Trojans made their first bucket in the first quarter. At 90 seconds to go in the first quarter, and they made their first point, and they're tied at the end of the first half. Figure that one out. Well, it was a 17-4 second quarter that made the difference. Trojans trailed 19-6. They started that run at that point and got the game tied at 21-all late in the first half, and right now they are tied 23-20. 12 first half points. We'll talk more about that when we take a look right now at our halftime stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. You're more than just a number at Farm Bureau in Girard. Agents Judd Sasha, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasha will work with you to find the right plan to meet your needs. This little dude's out there. Is this for like all the marbles? A half-court shot? What's he win? Oh, he almost made it. So I got 19 seconds.
He's gotten close.
Two more cracks at it if you hurry up. Well, he's stepping in front of the line. That's
You're gonna look how small the kid is.
I don't care. Get behind the line. Cheater. There it is. See, a foot in front of the line. That goes in. I'm calling. We got footage of it. 5 seconds to get another crack at it. See if he makes this one. A foot and a half in front of the line. Skeeter.
He's like 13.
Now in the middle of it. Halftime stats brought to you by the folks at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Judd Sasha, Lori Johnson, Lisa Sasha will work with you to find the right plan that meets your needs. In a time when companies' data models are working to predict your every move, Farm Bureau offers the kind of personal touch you need when it comes to protecting what matters most. Give Farm Bureau Financial Services in Girard a call at 620-724-4213. Again, first off for Baxter Springs, 6 points from Brant Morris, 4 points from Drew Williams, 4 points from Kane McCauley, 3 points from Andre Appleton, 3 points from Gabe Gray, and 3 points from Safel Felix. They only had 4 points in that second quarter. Trojans had 17 points in that second quarter, 6 of them coming from Rigby Bourne. He had a 12-point first half, big half for him. If he doesn't show up, it's a bad way. He got going a little bit. 4 points from Alex Kessler, 4 points from Logan Thomas. I think maybe the biggest 3 points of Brecken Troike 3 that kind of helped him stay in there a little bit. He made it 19-6 at the end of the first quarter with that 3-point bucket, and Trojans have been going ever since then. So it is game on here in Baxter Springs. We'll take another quick break. We'll come back, and we will talk more about this one, update you on wrestling as well when we return here on the GM Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Look for $60. We got $100 right here.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hempler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hempler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
A $200 pie out there, half court. I know what you make per game, so I don't think you can probably buy that pie. But I know what I make. It's $0, and I can't afford it. So we're at halftime of this one. It's been a good one. The Girard Trojans have battled their way back from a 15-0 start to this ball game. They trailed 17-2, and at that time they started a little bit of a run, got the lead now. Or never got the lead, actually, but they tied it 21-all at 23. What did it end up going for?
210.
Not bad.
For one pie.
Not bad. There's another one. They're going to do this for a while. Coconut cream, that's my favorite. Coconut cream is my favorite.
200 sold. Thank you very much.
Well, that was fast.
Thank you for the support of our senior.
Oh, they took it all the way over there and then brought it back. Or they just sell the coconut cream for $200 without bidding on it.
That's exactly what they did. So they made $400+ on two pies.
Not bad.
I've worked multiple
days,
double shifts, 12-hour shifts, and gone home with $70, $80.
That's so bad.
And they just made.
You know,
I should start making pies.
For the school, man. For a good cause. Trust me.
So you're saying.
I appreciate it. The Trojans right now, again, tied 23-23. Trojan ladies had a good win. Did a lot of their work in the fourth quarter. It was a good game throughout. but the Trojans ended up pulling away late. They led by as many as 13 late in the fourth quarter, but they actually were tied at that ball game a couple of times, 41 all, but outscored them 20-10 the final 4 minutes or so of the game, and they end up getting the win 61-51. Lady Trojans do. Trojan men trying to do it here. Relatively good news, I think, from regional wrestling up there at Garnett, Anderson County. Everyone on the wrestling is still alive, but everyone but Derby McReynolds is on the back side of the bracket. They're going to have to wrestle their way out of the consolation bracket, but Derby stayed on the front side of the bracket. In fact, he knocked off the number 2 ranked wrestler in Kansas 10-5 to make it to the championship. And Derby going to take on Dillo from Chanute tomorrow in the championship game at 182. And so championship match at 182 for a chance. Regardless, Derby's going to make it to state. That's awesome. Trojans' second state wrestler. Glosser made it a year ago. But a huge opportunity for that young man, and excited for the other guys, see if they can battle their way back, try to get to the 4th place. Top 4, I think, go to the state tournament in 4A. Should be a lot of fun, but Derby McReynolds, he will make it to state, but a matter of wrestling for a regional championship tomorrow, that being held at Anderson County there in Garnett. 23-23, your score here at half. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
B.J. Harris, live from Walter back here at Baxter Springs High School. Girard Trojans, Baxter Springs Lions. Well, Trojans cannot afford to start the second half like they started the first, but they have got themselves right back in this ball game, and they trailed by as many as 15 in that first quarter. Right now, tied at 23 apiece. They're not led in this contest. First possession of the game. Here's Williams. Lost it. He was trying to go to Felix Kester, who played a good game. He'll kick it all the way. Kester can't get it to go, though. Knocked out of there. Checked down by Bourne. Wide open look at a 3 on the way. No good. And rebound pulled out there by Appleton. Missed opportunity there for the Trojans to take their first lead of the ballgame. Could not take advantage of the mistake by the Lions. Here's Felix on the right wing. Wide open look by Williams. Swish. Drew Williams knocks in his 7th point of the ballgame. 26-23. Off left side for Kester. Here's Kester back now. He's on the right side. Troike left wing to the corner for Thomas. Trojans going to be patient. They get a look. Rigby can't take advantage of it. They're going to be very patient here. Off left side for Troike. Same 5 starting for both squads. Bourne had it for a second. They'll have to reset it back out with Thomas. Again, the length of the Lions give them a little bit of trouble, give the Trojans some trouble. It's not going to get open shot lanes with those hands come flying at you. The only one really can have some advantages, Thomas. As he flashes down low, not going to have him. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. We'll stay with the Trojans here with 6:02 to play in the third quarter.
And you like to see this from the Trojans. They're working, trying to get a good shot in. Taking a long time as miss off the inbound.
Trojans back with it. Rigby push it up. Oh my gosh. It's the deck hard. To his credit, just gets up and takes it. Coach is talking to the official out of the side of his mouth. Both of them grinning. There's a good hands by Kester. Back, open look. Troike's got one. Oh, that one misses. And rebound pulled out by Williams. Now they've got a fast break opportunity. Felix up front. Back to Williams in the paint. Back Felix found himself too deep on the baseline. And Trojans able to stop that run out there. It'll be Williams with it out high. Stutter step, drive. Up, blocked by Thomas. Going the other way for the Trojans. Thomas, step through, throws one up. He gets it to go. Oh, they're going to wave it off and say it was on the floor. Oof.
And I'm not certain about that one. But
That was a tough break against Thomas. A good look, got that ball to go. That was a prayer shot, but they got it to go, but not going to get the benefit. A foul's going to be called against Felix, his second. Team foul number 1 here of the second half. 26-23, Trojans down by 3. Off left corner for Thomas. Again, this half-court offense, Trojans just not going to get in a hurry. Lions feed off that momentum. They had it there for a while. Bourne steps around Appleton, just gets it stripped. Now they got to get back. Appleton leading the charge. He'll go off for Williams. And a foul and one. Yep. Rookie was not close to being set where he needed to be. Just tried to take one. And if you're going to get in there, get the foul and make sure he doesn't make the bucket. Rookie will pick up, I believe, just his first foul. Nope. Yep, just his first. Team foul number 1 here in the second half, but Williams knocks it down. He's got 5 points to start this second half. He's got 9 for the contest to lead the Lions. And he made the and one. Double figures for him. First guy to get there for Baxter. 29-23. Well, Trojans are digging once again. Best way to get out of a hole is first thing first, put down the shovel. There's some contact. They're letting them get physical as well. That doesn't necessarily bode well for the Trojans down inside. And a foul going to be called against Baxter's number 34, Gabe Gray, his first, team 2. Bourne trying to get it in. Throwing in Kester on the right wing. Thought about it and take it. Lions into this zone. Trojan better find an answer for that. Motion offense not nearly as effective against the zone right now. And Trojans got to find an answer, find a hole in there. Again, just being very patient with it, which is, I think, part of it. Also going to have to. Well, you can't really pull the trigger on some threes. That's one way to beat a zone, but yeah, I got to give you open. And when you do, you do. Boy, on cue. As Rigby Bourne knocked down his second 3 of the ball game. Came when they needed it. Nearly went out of bounds. Loose ball still. Kick. Here's Morris. Now Appleton. He'll catch and fire. He's got an MO. About all he's done so far. I expected a little bit more, perhaps. With his length, just kind of catches out there on the rim and edge and shoots. On a roll with the left hand. Logan Thomas, he's got 6 for the Trojans.
And a great job taking advantage of the zone not being set up and attacking the inside.
Back to within 1 with 3 minutes to go here in a fast-moving third. Kick, open look by Williams. Good. Boy, can't leave him open. He's had himself a good third quarter. His second 3 of the quarter. 32-28. Troike on the left corner, left wing.
Like you said, needing to make some three-pointers to stretch the zone out or get some inside play, but the Trojans very small, so this zone has been taking advantage of that.
Yeah, it's bigger than a normal zone would be just because of the length that they've got and the advantage they've got on the perimeter. For sure. 2:32 to play. In the third. Gage Davenport into the ball game. Bram, he's been pretty quiet in this one. Down inside, Thomas, he'll go up again. Logan's starting to get work a little bit down inside the paint. Again, they're one guy that can kind of match up with the size, and Trojans are starting to find him inside that. Here's a take by Morris, up. Now Gray, fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Just a very slow third quarter.
Kudos to that dude playing in classes, because I can't tie my shoes without mine falling off my face. He doesn't have like one of those bungees or nothing. Just straight up.
I would like to see the mask. Those are my favorite.
Straight up. Those are because of their broken noses and stuff.
They have masks, though, for like the old...
They're probably prescription. Oh, the big goggles.
Like the goggles, yeah.
Like a racquetball style.
Those are my favorite. Who was the old Laker that wore those?
I don't know. My brain doesn't work very well anymore. 33-30. I have it. I had it for a second in my head. Gosh darn it. Now you got me thinking about that instead of basketball. 33-30, minute 45 to play. I'm going to get a chat line going on our screen so people can answer those questions for us when we get it. Davenport with it on the right corner. And Rigby will pull it back out here with 90 seconds to go, third quarter. Dave Lutke barking in the background. He's just telling them where to be. Bram, three on the way. Good! Older brother was hanging it for him before he even got close to going in. He knew that one was going from Bram. A good time for his first bucket of the ball game. And the Trojans have tied this one back up at 33 apiece.
And just to be even tied up right now after how this game started, huge for the Trojans.
They come right back, though. Brant Morris with a triple. Trojans just can't get over the hump. Sometimes it's tough to get that first lead of the game, especially after you dug yourself a hole. 45 seconds. Davenport blocked by Gray. The other end, Morris. Scoop with the right hand, good. 5-point run here by the Lions to try to close out this third quarter. Trojans have done it by being patient in half court. Don't force it. Trojans outscored the Lions 17-4 in the second quarter to get back into this ball game tied up at 33 apiece. Been tied a couple of times since. That, I'm not sure what the plan was.
That's just one of those mistakes.
Yeah, especially 14 seconds. Somebody got to step in and take a charge, for goodness sake. He was going, you could tell, by half court. And now coach is going to have to take a timeout with 8 seconds left. Just trying to stop a little bit of momentum before the end of this quarter. Try to draw up a play perhaps to end this quarter. It's a 30. We'll keep it here. 40-33. This was 33 a second ago. 7-0 run by the Lions with under a minute to go. I think right around a minute it was 33 all. Now it's a 7-0 run here to close out this third quarter.
Well, and it really comes down to those young rookie mistakes. Two back-to-back, like uncharacteristic plays for the Trojans. They go inside, throw up a shot, younger guy gets blocked, and then over here just a terrible pass across the middle. You can't throw a pass across the middle of the zone when they have that height advantage. Trojans have to be smarter. They were doing a great job slowing the ball down, getting a good shot here and there, and then the last couple of possessions just trying to force too much.
8.6 to play. Trojans will have to go the full length of the floor here in this third quarter. And they blow the whistle and time goes. Rigby will let it go almost half court before he touches it. Time starts, 6 seconds. Out there, he's going to get a crack at one. On the way, good! That's huge to get that right before the end of this third quarter. The way things were going down the edge, it could have gotten bad. That's a big shot by Rigby Bourne. His second of the second half, his third of the ball game. He's got 16 points, 18 points rather, and the Trojans trail by 4. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Trojan basketball as we start this fourth quarter. Trojans with it on the left wing. Bramborn for three. Missed it. Rebound pulled out of there by Gray. And now here's Williams. Morris, he'll attack, kick to Gray. Trojans got back in this ball game by getting some stops, making them stay in the half court, and they're not overly patient. When they've had to play in the half court, they've not been overly successful. For instance, that's a shot that they'll let them take that shot. Kane McCauley's not had a lot of shots. That's one that, if they're taking that one, you've done your job. Down by 6. Again, if you're just joining us, Trojans trailed by as many as 15. They trailed 15-0 to start this game. Battled back, outscored them 17-4 in the second quarter. Got it tied 23-all. They've been tied twice here in the second half. And right now, they're down by 6. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Baxter Springs. Trojans will keep it. Led by Rigby Bourne with 18 points in the contest. 3 threes in this game as well. 2 in the second half. And they're going to need everything from him. He has done a nice job. Really good player for them. Stepped up huge. Thomas. Good second half as well. Oop. The youngsters, though, have been the Achilles heel. There's a dunk. Pretty one by Brant Morris. He's had a good second half as he's got 9 points in the second, 15 for the ball game. Trojans need something good to happen. It was a 7-0 run before Rigby Bourne knocked down a 3 before the end of the good effort by Bram Bourne. Here's Choike. He's going to draw a foul on Gray. But if Bourne doesn't knock down that 3 before the end of the third quarter, then it's a 9-0 run right now, but they knocked that down. Trojans trying to make something happen. Bodies hit the floor. Say it was off of Bram Bourne out of bounds while he's laying over there. So it's going to go back to Baxter Springs. Here with 5:57 to go in the fourth. Right side for him. Thrown up. Morris almost got it, but I think a foul could be on Rigby Bourne. And it is his second. And Morris rattles in the first one. He's kind of taking over this game here in the second half as Morris. Him and Drew Williams, about all they've had so far in this second half. But Morris of late. Second one's no good. Rebound by Troike. Out to Bram on the left wing. Wrap around to Troike. Good look. Waits. Patient. Push one up. Shot no good. And thrown off the back of Troike. Good effort there by the Trojans. Good hustle by Thomas. Keeping it alive. Bram. Backside. Good look by Bram. Up by Kester. Good. Great patience by the Trojans. A good effort all around. 44-38. They don't end up getting this one back. It's going to be not from a lack of trying. Bram trying to get some contact. Can't get it. Kester following. He can't finish. Can't get the rebound. And another missed opportunity. Through the hands of Gray. Kester's everywhere right now. And it's going to be off of Gray, out of bounds. Coach Hibler's probably got a point that a foul probably should have been called on Kester on that one. Over through the back of Gray, but
I mean, if this isn't a foul over here for Bramborn on the shot, I feel like they're gonna let him play, get a little physical.
Body's hitting the floor. Troike dribbling display. Give way to Bourne. Bourne flying. Hits the deck hard. Up the floor they go. And they'll pull it back here with 4:38 to go in the fourth. Williams wide open looking at a three. Swish. Just too far open. That's his third three of the second half. 47-38. Back to a 9-point, or 48 rather. 48-38. Yeah, this one needs to go. Thomas saved. Bram. Rigby thought about it again. Rookie was going to give him a screen. Brecken says, why not? No good. Legs are going on everybody. Brecken through, scoop up, shot no good. And it'll go the other way. Appleton, his first two. It's going to be a charge. Should be. Yep. That was his first attempt at a two in this game, I believe. It's a charge.
He gets it every time outside and just throws up that rainbow shot.
His second foul, rather. It's his first.
Well, and right now this game looking like the first quarter. The Trojans lid on the basket so far. Cannot get anything to fall. Not bad shot attempts, but nothing going for him.
You got to run it. You need it now. Down by 10 here in the fourth. Tied here in the second half. They were tied at halftime. The trail by as many as 15. I mean, it has been a storyline in generating ball game, but what's the final paragraph of this one? Outside for Davenport. Wrap around. Rigby was there. Bram flying at him. Dump off inside. Loose ball. Rigby somehow ended up with it. He'll put one up, and it's going to be a foul. Shooting two. Bourne will go to the free throw line.
And that was a very good job. Extra passes here and there, and they almost turned it over, but Rigby weren't doing a great job battling there.
Foul was on Williams, his second. Foul's not going to be a factor in this ball game, I don't believe. Now the stretch of this one, only 8 fouls called on either total here in the second half. Bourne knocks down the free throw. Again, Rigby with 18, now 19 points in the contest. Rattled out. First free throw missed. He was 4 for 4 before that. 4 out of 5 on the night. 9-point game. 48-39. Now Baxter's going to be very patient. Trojans going to have to extend things out. Off. Skip pass to Williams. And a foul going to be called on Kester. Kester thinks he just stole the ball. So a real quick whistle. He showed up today, though. He has certainly brought a boost of energy for the Trojans. Off high post Appleton. Put some pressure on him. For sure. Nearly stripped. Too far under. Nope, gets it to go. Kane McCauley. 50-39. Trojans might have used up too much mustard to get in this one. Try to keep it close and running out a little bit of juice here down the stretch. Davenport on the corner. Troike battles his way in and steps back. Here's Kester for 3, no good. Long rebound, to be determined. Gathered up by McCauley. He'll give way to Morris. And Williams will have the discipline to stop and not push the issue. That ball was going up if Troike doesn't get there, I promise you.
That's his MO.
Yeah. It's not what they wanted to do, I can tell you that. And a foul going to be called out high on Troike.
And 2 minutes left. This one is almost out of reach. Trojans going to need about a perfect game to end this one.
They will need a monumental effort now in the final minute 55. They got back in this one in the half pretty quickly. I mean, they were able to close a gap with them. They made their first bucket of the game with 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Only trailed 19-6 and then came back in it and got it to tie ball game in the second quarter. But minute 50, you're going to have to make some things happen. That needed to go out of bounds, for instance. Felix pulled the trigger on a three. Yeah, that three ball is just a tough one. Tough one they've made in this second half. 5 threes, and that's going to end up being the difference in this one. Some unforced errors, mistakes as well. Morris off the glass, good. Timeout coming from Coach Westcott. I thought perhaps he might, just to give nothing else, give his guys a little bit of break. Good take there by Thomas. There's the timeout. And Thomas gets it to go. But a quick one. Timeout on 4. We'll take a 30. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
.41, Trojans trail by 14. They trailed by as many as 15. That was all the way back in the early going of this ball game. Right now, trail by 14. Things have kind of fallen apart here down the stretch. And don't forget to join us. Final 2 games of the regular season coming up on next week. Tuesday, home with St. Mary's Colgan. And Thursday next week. Now, remember, Thursday, regular season finale against Uniontown. Trojans put some pressure on in the backcourt. Appleton in the paint. Kick. Felix on the left corner. Knocked out of bounds by Bramborn. And then they will we'll know, I think, Wednesday where the Trojans are playing. Coach Herlocker mentioned maybe first-round games at home. I got to go read the instructions on how this new sub-state stuff works in 4A. Just when I get it figured out after 18 years of broadcasting, they changed it up a little bit. It's changed off and on, I guess, over the years, but this was new, I think. Here's Williams. Scoop.
It really was a great attempt by the Trojans battling back. For a while, it looked likely to be close, and unfortunate how this one ended, but.
Yipper. Thomas for 3. No good. Knocked around, was last touched by the Lions. And it will stay with the Trojans. There's Rigby to get it in. 25 seconds. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show coming your way in just a little bit. We'll talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, as well. Troike dropping in his second 3 of the ball game. Coach saying don't foul. And it's going to go back to the Trojans. Bramborn, how about that? 15 seconds left when that started. And 14 seconds, and he was working. And still fired up to get that one out of bounds. I said it. The Trojans fell short. It wasn't going to be for a lack of effort. They really put it all on the line here tonight. Just got beat. And tough one.
Well, and Bramborn not having the scoring night he wants, but he's played hard all night and really good defensive performance. A couple of steals and
Paul with 1.2. It'll be Lions basketball. And Rigby still arguing possession arrow with 1.2 seconds down by 13. That's he's right, I think, but nonetheless, that's the way this one's going to end. Tough break here for the Trojans. Boy, they battled tonight, but end up falling short in this one, 57-44. Lady Trojans, they did win earlier tonight, 61-51. Trojan men fall to 7-11 on the season, 3-8 in the CNC. And I don't know, I told Coach Westcott this early in the season. I said, hey, man, You're the defending 3A state champions, at least for another couple more weeks. Regardless of what your season is right now record-wise, and you still got sub-state to play, and anything can happen in that sub-state. I've watched some 4A basketball up in the northern area, and it's no better than it is out down here. I can promise you that. So anything can happen. Let's talk more about it when we get off on this Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. We'll wrap up the stats on this one, let you know where to find us next week, and more still to come. Talk about that girls game perhaps a little bit as well. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for you and your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Final score, Trojan men fall here 57-44. Ladies win earlier tonight 61-51. We'll talk about it next on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers, and feed bunks.
Back in here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. BJ Harris, Ivan Walter back here as we wrap up a night of basketball here in the CNC, as it's a split here on a boys and girls doubleheader. The Lady Trojans win earlier tonight. Final score in there 61-51. Trojan men just fell 57-44. Let's recap that boys game just a little bit. As it was a dandy. Trojans fell behind early in that game, 15-0. 15-0. Scored their first bucket of the ball game with 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. It made it 15-2. They ended up trailing by 13, 19-6 at the end of one quarter. So down by 13 after one, but battle their way back, outscoring the Lions 17-4 in the second quarter to tie it 23-all at halftime. Trojans were tied, I said twice, I think just once. They were tied at 33-all in the third quarter. And then a little bit of a run, a 7-0 run at one point by the Lions late in the third quarter, and they carried that momentum into the fourth. And it was just too much for the Trojans to overcome. Knocked down some threes. They had 5 in the second half. The Lions did, and I think, what did they have in the ball game? They ended up having 8 for the ball game, 8 for the ball game. So that's just tough to overcome when you're getting 24 points from behind the arc. And so Trojans did what they could, but just couldn't quite get the stops they needed when they did, and ended up falling in this one again, 57-44. Take a look at our final stats. Our final stats are brought to you by, no final stats, but a shot of the game was any of the ones, but I think a 3-point shot at the end of the third quarter by
Rigby Bourne. So our shot of the game brought to you by our friends at Bradshaw Collision. If your car takes a shot like Rigby knocked down a bunch tonight, leading score 19 points, then take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. And the leading score again, Rigby Bourne with 19 points. 18 points, though, from Brant Morris for the Lions. 18 from Drew Williams. Those two to lead their squads, and a big portion of that in the second half. In fact, all but 7 points in the second half came from them. So they really took over this ball game, did Brant Morris and Drew Williams. 8 points from Kane McCauley, 6 points from Safel Felix, 3 points from Gabe Gray, and 3 points from Andre Appleton. For the Trojans, again, 19 from Rigby Bourne. 10 points from Logan Thomas, the only other Trojan in double figures. 6 points from Alex Gester, 6 from Brecken Troike, all from behind the arc for Brecken. And then 3 points from Bram Bourne in this ball game. No Quinn O'Rand as well. And so between Bram and Quinn being out of the game, it was a tough one for the Trojans to get some offense going, and they end up falling to this one 57-44. Lady Trojans won earlier tonight 61-51. Again, find us coming up on next Tuesday at home against St. Mary's Colgan there at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, and then next Thursday at home against Uniontown to close out the regular season. Step away, take a final timeout. We come back, we'll talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, when we return on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, Hankook, and Cooper. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service with fast, reliable on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121. Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
This is Greg from the original home location of Derailed Commodity in nearby Brazelton, Kansas. Our home location includes the warehouse for our company's 16 other stores, allowing us to feature a huge selection of furniture at outlet prices. We also feature by far the area's largest in-stock selection of carpet and floor coverings, and the absolute lowest prices on mattresses. We're your source for lodge-style rustic furniture for homes and cabins. So come see us at our large facility in Brazelton, your destination for outlet pricing.
Back out here one final time on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. BJ Harris joining me now, the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. And I said if your game plan was to spot them 15, you need to have your brain checked. I don't think that was probably the game plan coming out of the locker room, but you dug yourself a pretty big hole. But, man, talk about the grit of your kids. I talked about it quite a bit tonight, that it wasn't for a lack of effort, for sure, but to dig yourself out so quickly from 15 down to start the game, to be tied at halftime 23-all, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I thought our kids played their tails off again tonight, and we have all year. Our kids are playing hard, and I can't fault our efforts at all. I mean, I thought we did some really good things, and even in the first quarter, I thought it was 17, it was 15, but whatever it was, it seemed like it was a giant amount.
17-2.
But, we got some really good looks in the first quarter, and we just couldn't get a shot to go down. And everything they shot went in.
Right.
So, but kind of flipped that second quarter and is about the opposite. I mean, we made some good plays and, knocked some shots down. But, gosh, I thought we did some really good things tonight. We just got to do a better job of finishing. And that's going to come with us getting stronger and getting in the weight room to where we can take a little contact and finish through the contact. But, I thought our guys did some good things tonight. We just got to keep plugging along, and hopefully we can take something from this and finish off next week, the regular season, on a good note.
Well, in their length to adjust things offensively, it was just going to be tough to get it. So if you get to the rim and you get a chance at one,
definitely got to make it count, because even against in order to break up any zone they went to there late in the second half, you got to be able to knock shots from deep. But when they got a hand out there because they're 6'4", it just makes it tougher.
Oh, yeah. We ran a little set against the zone that we've been working on. And thought the kids ran it perfectly. We got a kick out. They collapse on Rigby. We did a kick out to Bram, got it perfect. And kid come from the block and blocked his shot. So, it's one of those things we got to get a little quicker, getting it off, a little sharper probably with the pass. But kids executed well. I'm not going to fault our kids tonight. They played hard, did some good things. We just got to make a few more plays down the stretch. And, we talked in the locker room there after the game tonight. I said, hey, we are capable of beating a team that's this good. But, we've got to get better defensively. We ran the junk on them, and it worked for a little while. But, when we were in the man-to-man and the team is shooting that well, you got to come out and lock them down man-to-man. And, it seemed like when we get out man-to-man, they go by us. And that's just going to come with us getting a little stronger, a little more physical. And I think we're going to get there, but we're just not quite there yet.
Well, and you only got 2 games to get there, but a lot of these young guys are going to come back. You're going to have them again next year. But when you look at yourself preparing, and I'm just curious about your thoughts on this, and you may or may not tell me. I know you got 2 more games to play and coach speak and all that stuff. But Southeast Kansas, CNC, teams like this, Frontenac, those are good 3A teams. I've watched some basketball from some of those 4A schools up north, and I'm living in Spring Hill, so I watched Spring Hill play Kansas City Piper, and Piper's the #1 team in the state, and Spring Hill about beat them, and I think this is comparable to type of basketball. What are your thoughts globally about 4A when you move up to that sub-state and you start thinking about those other teams? Is the CNC schedule double round robin preparing you think, for what you might see in sub-state, regardless of Parsons?
I don't
Piper.
We're going to find out and see what the level is. I do know this: when you get to the postseason, everything seems to slow down. Every possession is more important. Teams are really valuing the ball more than they do sometimes in the regular season. And I think the higher class you get, a lot of times in the regular season, it's up and down. And really, I know Parsons for sure is that way, and that's the way they're going to play all through it. But, if we just continue to value the ball and we'll get a little better on the defensive end, I think we can compete. But that's the ways down the road. We got Colgan to look forward to Tuesday night. So
there it was. You couldn't get out of it without
I'm going to give you the coach talk.
Well, that would be a good one. The Colgan, a good team that you've played already this year. What do you know of them? What do you expect on Tuesday?
Well, same as always. They're very good defensively. They got some length. They're quite a bit bigger than we are. We played well, got off to a good start against them last time, and then just kind of maintained that.
Yeah.
That being said,
that's something Wayne Cheon would do to a team.
They
get ahead and then maintain it.
We've seen that many times, haven't we? But they didn't have the Van Beesler kid the last time we played, and he's a playmaker for them. So that'll give them a little different look. And we're missing Quinn now with the wrist or in the hand. So it'll be a little different game. It won't be the same game that we saw. What was it, 2-3 weeks ago when we played? It'll be a little different ball game, and we'll have to come ready to play.
All right, Coach. Well, it should be a lot of fun. Congratulations on where we're at now. Tough loss tonight, but good luck next week against those 2 teams wrapping up the regular season, then on to the postseason. And, oh, my God, it's almost over. Appreciate your time. Good luck next week.
All right, thanks, BJ.
Hey, Coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. Again, Tuesday night against Colgan, Thursday night against Uniontown, both in the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. We'll have them for you right here on Girard Sports Live. For Ivan Walter and BJ Harris saying so long from Baxter, you've been watching Trojan basketball in your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
It's time for Girard High School basketball.
Give and go. Now down to D. Weidman. Off the glass and in. Nice shot by D. Weidman.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Kraken, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Bumper to Bumper, Daryl Westoff with American National Insurance, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, GN Bank, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, Kennar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising,
Peony Dental, Producers Cooperative Association, and Call Service.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.